See, I think it's trying to go live right now.
It says we are live for me.
Oh,
Yes.
man. Yeah, it's
You're stuck.
dude.
I thought you was gonna put that on, set it on fire for a second.
Yes.
All right, so we are going to be taking over the Jay Sloan's channel. We're not giving it back, ever.
Screw
Staying
that.
here forever. No, how are we still alive? Whenever he was the one hosting it,
I have no idea. I'm trying to get this situated. It sucks.
I don't think we can stop this. So hopefully, anybody out there, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing good, and hopefully nothing unlucky has happened to you this Friday 13th.
Indeed.
I know that I shaved my face, and I was terrified. I thought I was going to cut my jugular vein.
That would not have been fun.
No, it would not have been. So we'll try to wait for him to get back. I think he's having some connection issues, but don't think we have any viewers yet. But for anybody out there happens to stumble across this video, you're going to be talking about some Friday the 13th movies.
Indeed.
Should be fun. See if I've got any updates from him.
All right. While you do that, I'm going to not do that.
Okay. I'm going to turn my light off and see. I think my webcam is really bad quality, but I just want to see how it looks.
Okay.
It probably looks bad. Yeah, I'm very late. I don't like that. I'd rather be a little lighter than...
I'll be right back.
I think it's the next time on invest in a good webcam where I can turn it off. I have that big light on. I'm going to see if this is actually live on his channel. Yeah, we're live on this channel. Oh, nice.
Hold on. I need my spectacles.
All right. So I'm here interviewing the real Jason Voorhees. So how was it starring in these movies, Jason?
It was okay. A lot of people did tease me about my voice.
So I guess that's why he didn't speak in any of the movies, right? I'm not going to judge you for your voice. I think it's a beautiful voice. One of a kind.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
If Jason was like just reading like emails of like, who should I kill?
Let's see here. I'll try to do mine too. I don't think this was really supposed to go in your head. But... Oh, yeah. I don't think mine will fit. He wasn't doing nothing, Jordan.
So, is it still going on right now?
Yeah, it's still going on. We couldn't stop it.
Okay, have you guys been kind of keeping everything on board here?
No, we've been goofing off.
Okay, I've had some technical issues. I've had to move outside, so I'm just going to mute myself real quick,
get everything set up here if you guys want to talk a little bit, and then I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second.
Okay. All right. Can't even see the hockey mask right here. All right, everybody, we're having some technical issues. Just stick with us, and we'll momentarily, not momentarily, maybe a little bit. May take us a few minutes, but we'll be talking about the Friday 13th movies and where we'll rank them, which ones are our favorites. And I don't know what that noise was, but that was a little freaky. I'm a little concerned.
Enough of this.
Enough. So me and you just got done actually watching a Friday 13th movie.
Yes, the best out of all of them.
Oh yeah. Part 5, which we'll talk about a little bit later.
It'd be kind of funny if that was the only one we excluded.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah.
We're going to be talking about all real 10 Friday the 13th movies.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's how it used to be, man. No spoiler, but used to really not be a big fan of that movie. Used to really not like it. Not a fan.
Yeah, do that till it kicks off.
All right. Got the candle lit back there, don't you? Pretty nice.
I do.
Little setup. Looks good.
It's what is this anyway? It smells heavenly. Papaya de passion.
That's actually one of the candles that were lit by Pamela. Believe it or not.
It was shortly before the new car was purchased.
It's called the old hag scent. Ed Holly. So that's what I think of. Enjoying a nice meal before we venture on to the ranking.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It looks disgusting.
Cereal.
You want to see it? No.
Oh, I thought it was cereal.
It looks like something Jason would have like crawling over him.
Oh, really? Yeah, I can see that.
But it's like chicken with soy sauce, carrots, onions, ramen noodles, not Roman numerals. It's good. It's just unique.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta have some fun.
Oh yeah.
While we're waiting,
the fair actually still like continued. I think before we had technical issue problems. It looks like Scorpion just speared you right there.
He did.
Get over here. Before noise. Looks like the Green Goblin on crack.
If the Green Goblin had an apple addiction, yeah.
It's like the Green Goblin got a hold of the symbiote. That's what it looks like. Or the Hobgoblin.
I did actually find, I mean, this isn't like show and tell, but I did find something that was pretty cool when I was going through my old room. Don't fall. It fell.
It fell.
The cord wasn't long enough. Hey, there we go. Anyway, it was Justice League Batman. Kevin Conroy Batman.
Pretty nice looking. I dig it. It's funny because his head is where the StreamYard logo is for me.
Yeah. Okay. We'll do that.
Yeah, there we go. Pretty nice.
I am Justice.
Okay. I'm back. Super stressed, but I'm back. I'll never do another stream up in my room unless no one is here and there's no Wi-Fi being used. So it'll always be out here from now on. I tried, had a nice setup going. It was wrecked. But I'm back and I'm here and I'm sorry. Thank you guys for doing this for almost 10 minutes now. I thought the stream had completely ended. I just thought it crashed, but I guess it didn't.
I thought so too.
So we're still live. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. I've got to do something really quick. I'm gonna send a couple links out. Some people were wanting a link to see, so I'm gonna do that before we start, and then we'll get kind of rolling here.
Yeah. To be honest, don't watch the first 10 minutes. It's pretty silly.
I almost want to start it over, but I'm not going to.
That's fine. We'll just keep it rolling.
We have no viewers right now, so I'm trying to get connected to my Wi-Fi here on my phone. And it's just not working. All right, it worked. So
now we are here to talk about Back to the Future, correct?
we're actually here to talk about Bolelu Papao, but
Oh,
one
you
second.
mean Baneli Propao. What a silly Willy.
Silly Willy. Look like you got a filter on for a second where that went off.
Jeez. It's evil.
Evil Dead. Or our version, Evil Head, that's ever been released. It'd be fun to release that. That was pretty funny.
Oh, dude, that shot just boom.
Oh, man, there's a lot of things that we have that we've not released that I think a lot of people get a kick out of.
We could start up an OnlyFans.
That's true, yeah. Make obscure, very odd short films for low payment of, actually the non-payments of $99.12.
Seems about fair.
Very small.
Okay, I'm back, and I am here to stay. So, after all the technical difficulties, I think we were finally set. Thank you guys again for carrying on while I was gone.
All right, see you guys.
And you served your purpose for sure. No, come back here. Hey, come back now, please. No,
I'm getting me some agua.
Happy Friday the 13th to everyone out there, and I mean, I think it's, for me, it's always a fun day of the year when it's Friday the 13th, for a couple reasons. There's always like an eerie feeling in the air for me, and that lets me know that it's time to watch a Friday the 13th film. Now, some of those films I watch more than others, and that's what the point of this ranking is. So, Firstly, I want to ask you guys, before we jump into this, go ahead and cut to the chase. Tell me your favorite Friday the 13th film right now. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that. What? Yeah. Yeah. I love it, man. Uber Jason. What can I say? I love it. So Friday the 13th, for me, and we'll talk about it as we continue on with the ranking, but for me, it's always been one of those franchises. There's a lot more stellar entries in the franchise than negative ones, so this is one that I can literally go to my shelf and pull out one. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to pull one out that I want to watch. And I can't say that with every single horror franchise. There's a lot of duds, and I'm not saying this one is flawless because it's far from flawless. But at the same time, it's got a lot more going for it than most. So, I had an idea because I've been wanting to get more into live streams on the channel, and I had an idea to do this ranking. Before this ranking, it was actually going to be me and my lady. We're going to watch some of the Friday the 13th movies. Jeremy's camera's slowly slipping. I think.
I have like a very precarious setup going on here.
Dude, my set, I don't even know anymore. That whole thing stressed me out. But me and my lady were going to watch some Friday the 13th movies and do a movie madness on it. We were unable to do that, so I thought a ranking would be perfect. I thought all of us giving our official ranking of the Friday the 13th series would be perfect. In the mood here. Got me a Friday the 13th Part 4 shirt on, which
he is horny and wearing a Friday the 13th Part 4 shirt.
Yes, I am horny and wearing a Friday the 13th Part 4 shirt. And I'm also a dead fuck. Wait. That last part ain't true. I take it back. Rewind it 10 seconds. I'm a very exciting fuck, not a dead fuck. But anyway. So Friday the 13th as a whole, where would you place the series, like, in your top 5 favorite horror series? Would you say it's up there? Definitely top 3, top 5?
Trying to think. Yeah, it probably would be. Maybe on the lower end, but I think it may be up there, possibly. Because this is a really good one.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
is.
I mean, it's the most one of the most cohesive franchises. Not to say it doesn't have its, like I said, it's ups and downs, man. Like where you go from 1 to 2 to 3, and the days kind of get mixed up. To is it actually Friday 13th? Wouldn't it be Saturday the 14th? So, like so on and so forth. So like it gets mixed up, but I think it's cohesive as a whole. The franchise is until the Paramount 8. I'll say that. When you get into like the new mounts or the new line stuff, I can't think. The new line stuff is, I don't even see that as the original Friday the 13th. I see that as something in itself, really, really out there. So, but Jeremy, top 5, top 3, where would you put the Friday the 13th series? I wanted to ask that before we get into the official ranking. You're muted, bro.
Muted, by the way.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
I feel more comfortable saying top 5 than I would top 3. So that's probably my answer.
Definitely a hard series to rank though, because there's so many installments, and most franchises you get, you don't get fucking 11 movies. Well, if you're going to include Freddy versus Jason, which I'll go ahead and say I didn't include that in this one, and I don't think either of you guys did with this list on here. So, so first of all, again, I want to thank you guys for holding the fort down. Also, I want to say let's go ahead and let's dive into it. Since you guys are my guests on my channel, I want you to go ahead. Whoever wants to go first, you guys might have to fight to the death to see who goes first. But whoever wants to go first with their number, I guess you would say number 11. What would your number 11 be? We're going from least to best, so our least favorite to our most favorite. And that's how we're going to rank it. So,
how you want to do this, Jeremy? You want to do a friendly game of rock, paper, scissors? See who goes first?
We have 2 viewers in the chat too, so I want to say to the viewers, hello. I think I know who those 2 viewers are, so I love you both. And,
you ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Right. Hey, you're going way too slow.
Okay.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I got scissors. You beat me.
Yes.
You go first.
Okay.
You dirty fuck. I'll go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just kidding with you.
Who does rock, man? On the first.
On the first, yeah. That's not how I played in the schoolyard back in the day.
Not of all the Scots school. Okay.
We used to beat the shit out of people.
Oh, dude, he has a paper. Nice, dude.
I went through many revisions.
hey, I don't have notes at all, dude. I have like no notes, so you're good.
I do you one better, man. I got tier list. That's what I did.
Oh, jeez. Okay. So, for me, my number 11 being my least favorite, but I can still enjoy it, obviously, with all of these on this list, that should be said. For me, Jason X.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so...
What was your question? You said so.
No, what's I just didn't know if you were gonna talk about why it was your number 11.
For me, it's my number 11 because I think it is, out of all of these films, the one I'm least likely to watch. If the mood strikes me, I see this being like my last resort, Friday the 13th movie. Just because I'm not really a fan of its premise. I don't think like Jason in a futuristic, spacey type of set atmosphere just doesn't really, I don't know, just doesn't sit right with me. I mean, it's a fun premise, but I don't know. It just, even as a kid, this was one of my least favorites. I liked the special like cheese knife machete that he got, like that weird machete, but honestly, that was like the only thing that I was like really like kind of cool with. So yeah, for me, it's the bottom of the barrel. It's my last resort. If I had a gun to my head, and they're like, you got to pick a Friday the 13th movie to watch,
Pull the fucking trigger out. No. Is that what you would say?
I hate this franchise. No, I would choose any other Friday movie over this, even without a gun to my head. But I can still enjoy it for what it is, and but yeah, for me it's bottom tier.
I just wanted to show the shirt, dude. I've not got to wear this in a while, so I was happy about it. No, I agree with you. I'll go to you next, Chris.
Okay.
I'll do mine last.
All right. I'm going to go a little bit different route than Jeremy, which is probably surprising.
Oh, dude, don't do.
You know what I'm about to do?
I know what you're about to do.
Part 4. No, I'm joking. Jason X is where I'm going to go. I agree with Jeremy. I have fun with this. I think it's silly. It's goofy. Don't think that you probably should have. I guess at the time, taking them in space is a good idea. But I don't think you should be serious about it, and they wasn't. They wasn't very serious about this movie, and that's what I kind of like about it. Is if you're going to do something in space, have it be fun, have it be goofy. I think that this right here, like me and you talked, Jordan, this right here and Leprechaun 4 would be kind of a fun double feature. So if you're into the in-space movies, if that's your bag, check them out. For me, I agree with Jeremy. Like, if I'm wanting to watch a Friday 13th movie, this is the last one that I'd watch because it doesn't have that feeling of a Friday movie. One little scene where, Jason gets tricked into thinking that, it's back in Crystal Lake. Other than that, completely different atmosphere. I do like the Sergeant character, though. He was pretty cool. Yeah. There's some pretty cool moments with him. Yeah.
It's like yeah, dude, he was cool.
I like that. But, yeah, not my favorite. Not a completely awful movie, but it's not one I really grab off the shelf too often. So it's my number, 11?
Number 11. Yeah, so the least favorite of the bunch. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll try to speak quickly about mine. Mine is also Jason X from 2001. Is my number 11. So the director of this was James Isaac, which I think was cool. Upon doing more research on that, he was actually the special effects either supervisor or designer for like classics like The Fly. He was more of an effects guy, but I guess he got this to direct it. Written by Todd Farmer, who's written some other great things. I've never been a huge fan of stuff set in space, horror films especially. You did it. Leprechaun was in space. Pinhead went to space at one point. For me, it seems like when they're putting a horror icon in space, they're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. There's nothing else for them to really do. Like, they've run out of fucking ideas. Let's just let's just throw darts at a dartboard, basically, and see what hits. I'm all for cheesy, but 9 times out of 10, it's just a gimmick, honestly. And it really, the gimmick itself of it being in space and the story of it being in space, and wow, it's this much time later, it really, the screenplay itself takes a back seat to that, so the story and the characters take a back seat to that too. So it's mainly just about, we're in space, let's see all this cool shit we're going to do here. And the CGI in this wasn't bad. I've seen worse, like It Chapter 2, which was horrid fucking CGI. This one was really, really good compared to that. The CGI was decent for its time, 2001. I had more laughs than I probably should have with this one, with the sex robot, and even in the fucking, how many 455 years into the future at this point, these kids are still horny as fuck. All they want to do is fuck like jackrabbits. That's it.
And the professor too.
The professor likes his nipple squeezed with clamps. Like, it's just weird. And then but it was funny. I mean, you had Jason with some cool kills, dude. When he sticks the chick's head down and and then it fucking freezes, then breaks it like that. That shit's cool.
That was a nice kill. I will give it that.
Yeah, I mean, it had, like I said, odd sexual shit. Had a few interesting characters. The chick who gets stabbed at the beginning, then is 455 years old. I liked her. She was badass. She tells one character at one point, like, if you don't shut up, I'm going to snap your neck myself, or something like that. It's like, oh, damn.
Pretty brutal.
Yeah. I mean, interesting kills. Mediocre CGI at best. I'm trying to go over my notes a little bit because I don't want to miss anything on this masterpiece. But it was still pretty bad by the end of it. But when you get Uber Jason, it was a cool look overall. I preferred it, dude. The look that he has in the opening of this is really weird. I didn't like that look. I don't know what it was about it, but
Could be
he
the hair.
looked. It could have been the hair. I don't know, something like that. I don't know, man. Putting a horror icon in space, it's
Not
the last
everybody
thing you
can
want
pull
to
the
do.
Tom look off, though.
That's true. I mean, it's the last thing that you want to do is put a character in space. When you do, you put like Leprechaun there, which you kind of expect Leprechaun to be in space or to have a film like that. I think it's way less than what Jason deserves, though. So that's why it has to be a number 11. I think they could have done so much more with this, and that's Jason X. But would I watch it? Yes. Would I watch? I would watch any of these. That's the thing that makes it hard to rank. Really, just some are better than others, and this one, some are shitty, but they're fun. So, Jason X, my number 11. So I guess we'll continue on how we've been doing it. Jeremy, if you want to go next with your number 10. I have a cat at my feet right now.
Nice. So I put this at my number 10. I don't know. It could grow on me next time I watch it. But I was really tempted on putting my number 9 at the number 10 spot, my number 10 at the number 9 spot, but this is the way I did it. So for me, my number 10 is Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan.
Damn. Okay.
I just your reaction was that was
No. I mean, I like that.
all right. So
You hater.
yeah.
Haters don't hate.
Now I will say this: I love the feeling of the city, Manhattan as its own character. I dig all the way through, but I don't know. Sometimes when a Friday the 13th movie's playing, the story isn't what you're really it's not what you're there for. You're just there to see some cool kills, some stupid teenagers do some stupid stuff and die in very gruesome ways. But I don't know, there's just something about taking the character that has always been a camp slasher and throwing him in the big city that I just feel alienates not just Jason, but me when I watch the movie. It's, I'm a country kid, man, whatever, I don't care. But I feel out of my skin in like a big city every time that I go.
Very painful.
It does. It sucks. It's like I don't know how to describe it except I don't know. I can laugh at this movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like with Jason X. But I don't know, it's just kind of like with Jason X, it's so different than what you're used to with the Friday the 13th movie that I don't know, it just doesn't have like that security blanket that you get with other films in this franchise of, you're at a camp, it's, teenagers doing, wacky teenager things and they're getting killed. So, I don't know, also just like the freaking, I can't even make the face, but like when he's getting sprayed with water at the end of that shriek, even as a kid, I was like,
yeah,
excuse me?
That is very bad.
But yeah, I'll kind of end it there because I don't want to talk too negatively about any of these movies. And I did not take notes. It has been a while since I've watched a few of these movies, especially this one. So I really want to refresh myself with this movie and see where I kind of stand with it. If I ever start up my own YouTube channel, I'll kind of go more in depth with these movies, maybe. So as of right now, that's just kind of my mindset on it. It's, the city looks great, but it's just weird to see Jason in the city. But yeah, what do you have to say about this movie or your your pick for number 10?
Well, for me, my number 10, I'll get to that one, but my number 10 is going to be Jason Goes to Hell.
Mm-hmm.
For me, this one, I remember watching it as a little kid and I liked it. I watched it again recently. I still kind of like it, but it's so different. And I don't know. I wish it had more Jason himself in the movie. There's a lot of body swapping and stuff like that, which is a cool idea. But I don't know. Not a big fan of changing like the lore and all that stuff this far into the movies and to this degree. Some things really worked in this movie, some things didn't. And the special effects though are very, very good. And it was really cool to see the Necronomicon in there. And I liked some of the characters in it, like Steven. And Creighton Duke I thought was really cool. I like the way they introduced him. He's a bounty hunter. You know, he's took out so many serial killers. But pretty lackluster when him and Jason meet. So that's what I was really looking forward to, was seeing Creighton Duke versus Jason. Kind of never got that. And Jason's looks not that good in this movie. Kind of looks like a old man's like nutsack, to put it nicely. So I respect it for trying to be different, but for me, it's just like Jason X, man. It doesn't feel like a Friday the 13th movie to me. Hopefully you can hear me. I think there's a train going by.
Yeah, there's a train going by behind me. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
They should be able
Shut
to.
up! No. But
I want
that's
to
my
go
number
ahead
10.
and think. Yeah, dude, I agree with just about everything you said and everything that you said too, Jeremy. My pick's a little bit different, which is good. It's good to have a little bit of diversity and something. You don't want to have something completely the same, so I like that. If we had the same picks, we didn't tell each other any of our picks before we went on here, so I did that on purpose. Okay, I don't know if I should wait for the train. I don't know if
I don't think
I'm
it's
going to be
that
heard
bad.
or not.
I can hear
Okay.
it.
Okay. So again, I want to thank everybody who's watching right now. We currently have 3 viewers right now.
Thank you for
I
watching.
know 2 of them are. So, but yeah, thank you for watching. If you want to leave a comment, please do. All right. So my number 10. It's a little bit different, and I have a hatred for an actor in this movie. And my number 10 is the Friday the 13th, 2009 remake. It's directed by Marcus, I believe, it's Nispel or something like that. He directed the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, I think, also, which I actually really liked. One thing I could say about this remake is that it's more enjoyable than the Halloween remake and the Nightmare remake. That's for sure. I'm not going to argue that. I mean, it is. But if I'm going to watch something, they're all 3 pieces of shit. So I don't feel like I'm not going to watch that piece of shit. You know what I mean? I'm going to watch something else that's not a piece of shit. I'm sorry, but like, I don't know, dude. It lacks characters. I don't give a shit about any of the characters in this movie. It feels like it's lazy in areas. It feels like the writing is a tad lazy as well. I don't know. They completely brush over the Pamela Voorhees situation and Friday 2, which they kind of do. They show you Baghead Jason for a little bit of the movie. I understand why they did it, and I'm glad that there would be a film ballsy enough to take a unique approach and just completely skip over Pamela Voorhees, which they don't completely do it. They show her at the opening. But still, I get they didn't want to rehash it, but they could have done something a bit different with this, in my opinion. You see like a certain group of characters in the beginning, and then something completely alters, and it's not those characters anymore. It cuts to another douchebag group of characters. Jared Padalecki's fucking face makes me want to put a hole through it. I hate that motherfucker's face. I don't like his acting. He legitimately has, punch a hole through it, not put a hole through it. I want to punch Jared Padalecki. I don't want to do anything worse than that. But, I just don't like, dude, I can't stand his acting, dude. It's so cardboard. There's nothing to it. It's just like, I don't know, man. If I was 5 years old, when I was 5 years old, I could have acted just like Jared Padalecki does. Like, I'm not trying to shit on. If he ever watches this, I'll never get him on the show. Anyway, so I can't get behind the writing and the lazy dialogue. It's just, I can't do it. You've got funny moments and levity with this, like your tits are so juicy, bro. Your tits are stupendous. You have perfect nipple placement, which the dude literally says
Thank
3
you.
different times. Which nobody says that at all. And no, I've never seen any. I said that one time in college, but that was a long time ago. I'll never say that again. But no, just kidding with that. But I laugh at that guy, but I also root for that guy. And he's not somebody that you want to root for. You were supposed to want to root for Jared Padalecki's character, who's looking for his sister who has been abducted. But instead, I root with the douchebag jock who wants to beat the fuck out of this guy. And maybe had it been a different actor, I wouldn't have felt this way. But when you've got shaggy hair, greasy fuck Jared Padalecki in the lead role, dude, like it, I'm gonna get off of him. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about it. So, all right, he was the lead that shouldn't have been a thing. You sprinkle in the fact that they take the mystery away, making Jason just a survivalist. I get that he's lived in the woods. He saw this horrific thing happen to his mom, but it actually shows underground tunnels that he uses. It shows traps. It really takes the mystery and the mystique away from the character. I know in the back of my head, in like Friday the 13th Part 2, 3, like what he does and how he gets around, shit like that, but I don't need to see it. If I know it, it's enough. If I see it, it's too much. You're giving me way too much information, so I didn't like that. It just doesn't. I mean, he's brooding. You've got, I think Derek Mears plays him in this, and he doesn't do a bad job, man. But that's just not. He's brooding and he's big, but that doesn't make him any more scary to me. It really doesn't. I mean, I just get the straight sense of an early to mid 2000s remake with this one, and that's not bad, but it doesn't stand out for me. It just doesn't. And it's not the worst. It's definitely not the best. For the Friday the 13th series, it's been dormant for so many years. I think this is a really, really bad stop for it. It leaves kind of a sour taste in my mouth when it comes to ending the franchise on this note. So I'm not trying to shit on this movie anymore. You know, I'm going to just say that is my number 10. And yeah, Friday the 13th, the remake. Fuck you, Jared Padalecki. Okay.
All right. So,
Rant over.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared to say what my number 1 is now. So, all right. So moving on to number 9, gentlemen.
I just have to say one thing. Is this a really bad time to say that Jared is my cousin? I don't
Jared
appreciate
from Subway?
That's my family. No, not Jared from Subway. What the hell, man?
$5 foot long.
Let's catch it on.
Oh Lord, help us all. All right, so when I get to it, I'll talk a little bit more about it. But
dude, I pissed a bunch of people off who like that movie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's your opinion, man.
Yeah, just one opinion. We all have them. They're all unique. They're all special. They all mean something. So,
and not
get
all
off
of
his
them
back.
Right, but mine are. Sorry, continue. Go ahead, dude. I'm just kidding.
All right, man.
You're number 9, Jeremy. So if you will, please.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, so
How's
my number.
Look, dude? I need to turn.
It actually kind of has like a weird, like campy vibe to it. It's actually kind of cool.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You have like it looks like you're kind of like sitting on the porch of like the big like main house and like a camp.
This pack and act small, dude.
Exactly.
Small.
Oh, dude.
Not large, small.
Dude, Pack and Act Small was tight.
That was the map. We always killed Jason.
Mm-hmm. We should actually, that'd be kind of fun to revisit, honestly.
Would be.
So my number 9, so like I said, number 10 and number 9 went back and forth. So I kind of, for me, they're like a joint of the two films. But yeah, for me, Jason Goes to Hell is my number 9. Just like with these other two that I've talked about, there's just something off feeling about this movie. It is cool to see the Necronomicon, and I'm not going to lie, as my dog starts to bark, it has been many, many years since I've seen this film. And it's one that I don't want to talk too much about because of that, and I do plan on watching it sometime soon. But yeah, for me, it was just, even as a kid, for some sense, like I had really bad taste as a kid. I watched Batman and Robin a few times, mostly for the Batgirl nipple close-up scene and butt scene, but just full transparency. This movie was never a Friday the 13th movie that I was keen to pop in, and these dogs are going crazy. Shush. But, yeah, so I can mute my mic. I'll end that there. That is my number...
Oh, you're good, man.
Okay. All right, so first off, the acting in this is atrocious. No. Yeah, it's like I said, I really need to rewatch it. The whole possession thing is weird. Every time my dad talks about this movie, it's like something that he brings up too, like the heart eating everything. I don't know, it's unique, but I feel like it's a movie that could be really fun with friends. So I'm eager to check it out again, but as of right now, that's where it sits on my list.
Okay. All right, so
Nice.
number 9, right?
Hi.
Hey, Ashley, they see you. 355 people are watching you right now.
Look at that ass.
Ashley. Good. Oh my God. Come here real quick and say what's your favorite Friday the 13th movie is, since everybody's seeing you anyway. What is your favorite Friday the 13th movie? That's what we're
I
talking about.
like all of them. Freddy vs. Jason, probably. That count?
No, it's not on this
Oh,
list.
okay.
No, don't move those.
Well, what would I don't know.
It's all right. You
Probably
said
the first one or something.
Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna get back to our ranking.
Bye, baby.
Okay.
Jeremy
All right.
said bye, baby. He said bye, honey. She said bye, honey. All right, we'll get back to... All right, Chris. Okay, we're on number 9. What is your number 9?
Number 9. It is going to be... We all good here?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
All right, just making sure. Jason Takes Manhattan. Be my number 9. I like this one quite a bit better than Jason X and Jason Goes to Hell. Still has flaws, but I actually do like the kills in this one. You got the guitar kill. You've got the toxic waste. He puts that one terrible guy in the barrel and just drowns him, which I think even had a rat in it. Just brutal kill. Actually kind of like the way Jason looks. Like, the black costume, the gloves. I like the mask. But like what Jeremy was saying before, whenever he gets unmasked, it's just awful. Especially that scene where all that water is coming out of his mouth. Such a downgrade from part 7, because I thought that look was like amazing. Probably the best look for Jason. The kid Jason too, something that always throws me off. He has like a full head of hair. Ain't it like jet black? It wasn't like that.
That kid's like fucking. That kid's Korean or something, dude. Like,
yeah.
Like, dude, he's legitimately.
He's Korean.
But that.
What happened, dude?
The way you said that. Oh god.
And this instantly has replayability.
Yeah. Okay. So pretty much. Though I have some.
We got a
complaints
comment. We got a comment. Sorry.
All right,
We got a comment on.
Okay.
It
Go ahead and
says,
read it.
This guy joined at like the worst time. We're just okay. Paul says, "What's up, fellas? New to the channel. Saturday 14th here in Australia.
Nice.
What's up?
Hello there.
That you joined us on this. Glad you joined us on this Friday the 13th occasion. We're currently on our number 9, ranking from 11 to 1. We left out Freddy vs. Jason, so every other film is included. Yeah. So, Chris, you're talking about your number 9, which is Jason Takes Manhattan.
Takes Manhattan.
Keep going.
And has some flaws, like I pointed out, but I do like Julius. I like his fight scene with Jason. Thought that was really cool. I'm trying to think of what the song is called at the beginning. Is it Darkest Side of the Night? I like that with the intro. Thought that was very cool. So there's more things that I like in this one than the previous 2, so that's why it's in the spot that it's in. So that's my number 9.
Okay. You both had really good picks for your number 9. Should I wait on Chris or just continue with mine?
It's just whatever you want to do.
All right. First of all, I want to say to the 3 viewers, I think 2 of them are people that I know. I'm gonna see real quick, see if it maybe. Oh, the lightning just hit, so
Ooh.
that's weird. Well, it didn't hit, but I saw lightning strike. Okay. Side of the Night, probably the best thing about the film. Great song. Yeah, actually, let me see if I can put your comment. Okay, yeah, I can. Darkest Side of the Night, probably the best thing about the film. Great song. Yeah, it's a great song to a film that I'm going to talk about shortly, so I'll save all my opinions for that. Just going to try to wait on Chris. I don't know what's going on with him. He might be jerking off, but I'm not sure.
Well, the curtain has been pulled.
I think that's what he's doing. I'm not. I mean,
Jeez, the fastest gun in the West.
I agree with that comment. Darkest Side of the Night is
Yeah.
probably the best thing about that film. Yeah, it really does kick
yeah,
ass.
I had it on the screen. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that movie shortly, so I won't spoil what I feel about it. Okay.
Hello, Chris. How's the hat?
My number.
Still a bit stiff.
Okay. I'll go with my
Hey,
number 9. What is it?
I was saying you made that weird.
Ooh, I
I think you may be lagging a little bit, isn't it?
I'm sorry, man. Like, Jordan mentioned like you jerking off, and so I had to ask you, how's the hand?
How dare you, Jordan?
My Wi-Fi.
You know that
Okay.
I'm a lot quicker than that.
Yeah, I know, man. Okay. Continuing on with my number 9. So my number 9 is Jason Goes to Hell from 1993. I can't fucking speak, dude. Director. I was about to say directed. Director.
Duran.
I thought you was gonna say Duralius.
Adam Marcus. First time director, and it shows. I'll be honest, I hadn't revisited this till the other night with you, Chris, and I gotta say it's probably the biggest fucking left turn out of the entire franchise. I would say the furthest left you could possibly go is Jason Goes to Hell. They give you this opening in Crystal Lake. It kind of throws you through a loop, and then you go from there to Jason being blown to bits. To the rest of the film being this fucking body jumping sci-fi flick, pretty much, where Jason is a worm. Like basically, they eat his heart and they become Jason, and it's really odd. And I think it's one thing that kind of suffers from the title. Where if this wasn't Friday the 13th and involving Jason, this could be way better than what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell from the jump that directing from this one is below par. It just is. He was a first-time director. I believe he actually co-wrote the film as well. The one thing that kills this movie, like I said, well, it kills it and it also revives it for me at the same time, is the oddness. And it's basically a Jason-less film. He's in it for like less than 20 minutes. Probably less than 15, honestly, if you add the time up that he actually appears on screen. But really strong acting in other places, like the character of Creighton Duke, like you said, Chris. Like, I love that fucking character, dude. Balls to the wall crazy. It just kind of made him entertaining. I don't know if he was taking it seriously or not, but it felt to me like he was. I mean, you've got the where he says that the interviewer is like says something like, "I'm going to give you a bunch of random things, and then you tell me the first thing that comes to your head or whatever." And he says Jason Voorhees, and he's like, "That makes me think of a little girl in a pink dress sticking a hot dog through a donut." And that's the first part where I was like, dude, what the fuck what's going on?
Can I add something too? He has a really cool quote in the diner where he's like, only reason she's still your girl is because she hasn't had a taste of the Duke yet. So that was pretty cool. I like him.
I do too, man. I mean, it's balls to the wall crazy. I love the finger breaking. It's going to cost you. It's like, dude, do you like breaking every single finger?
Jeez.
So that line had me laughing my ass off. Some of the kills were pretty crazy. Let's see. But I mean, they fall short on the inventive side for the most part. But the effects were cool. I don't know. This one, it's one of those oddities you group with films like Halloween 3 or TCM4: The Next Generation. But the only difference is it's a film and a franchise that sticks out, but some are good like Halloween 3. Some are great, I should say, like Halloween 3. I've grown to love that movie a lot. Some are okay, like this one, and then some are kind of shitty, like The Next Generation. I love The Next Generation, but it's it's a shitty movie. Just that is what it is. But I would be lying if I didn't say that they were all at least enjoyable to some capacity. So I mean, they all are. Halloween 3, Jason Goes to Hell, TCM4. I had to place this one at number 9 because I laughed my ass off to it, and I didn't laugh my ass off to Friday the 13th, the remake, and I didn't laugh as much in Jason X. And although those feel probably a little bit closer to a Jason film, this one to me, it was still interesting, fun nonetheless. So I had to put it at number 9. That's Jason Goes to Hell, and like I said, it was the first time I've watched it in years. And I remember after we watched it, I was like, man, this might be higher than a few. Like, I like it, and it kind of stuck with me. So I like this movie. It's not great. And I would say, too, if you are in the mood for a Friday the 13th film, this is not it. I would not reach for this off the shelf. If you do want to watch some horror movie that's a bit odd and a bit out there, and you want to just have some fun with your friends, maybe drop some acid, smoke a little weed, No, I would not condone any of those things. I'm just kidding. But this is what that. Can you imagine dropping acid and watching Jason Goes to Hell?
No, I couldn't. I don't want to.
No, thank you.
That'd be insane.
Jason Goes to Hell is number 9. It's bottom tier, but it's still fucking fun. So check it out if you haven't. It's Jason Goes to Hell. So we're moving on to our number 8. So, or is it number 8? Yeah, number 8. So I know mine's going to be a little bit different than you all, because you all have already mentioned one of my films that are my number 8. But go ahead, Jeremy. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. So, my number 8 is actually the Friday the 13th remake. Now, opening up the can of worms, I have to agree with Jordan. Jared Padalecki's acting in this is very, very wooden, very unenthusiastic, and I think that has more to do with the story than his acting capability, because I have watched, I think up until the 8th season of Supernatural, that's kind of when I jumped off, but I really enjoy his acting, and just like the dynamic between those two brothers in that show. So I don't think it was really, I just don't think he was giving it his all there. I think he just, I don't know. I think he was just there for a paycheck, kind of like the Pamela situation with the original Friday the 13th. But other than that, this movie's kind of nostalgic for me. It was one of the first like big name horror movies that I actually got to witness in a cinema, and I also remember almost getting karate chopped in the eyes by my mother every time a pair of boobs popped up on the screen, because I had a very protective mom, and I was still kind of young at the time. But it was boobs are great, but the kills in it, I feel,
I only like certain kind of.
Well, yeah, that's true. Hey, don't blow my paper away, fan. So I like some of the brutality in this film. Jason is kind of hit or miss, just depending on the scene for me. Like you said, he's just really kind of like dark and brooding. It's like a Jason with an attitude, So it's kind of different, because usually for me, I just see Jason as like this, kind of just like this wild animal, and you're on his turf, and you don't know how he's going to react. You just know that you are in trouble. And with
almost
this, you
like
kind
a boar.
Yeah, like a boar. And with this movie, you kind of, I don't know. I mean, congratulations. I forget what you said his name was, but the person that played Jason in this film, because it is hard to convey like emotions and just like with your posture and everything without seeing a face through the movie. So like, congratulations to you, because that takes a lot of effort. But it was just kind of weird to see Jason as if he was thinking and pondering with his lot in life. But other than that, I enjoyed the kills. Let's see, Brent, your tits are stupendous, bro. I love that this movie is technically, if you want to think about it, because he plays the same exact character, name and everything, if I'm not mistaken, to the character from the first Michael Bay Transformers movie when he was dating Michaela. Like, why doesn't my little bunny just hop in the back seat? I just think that's funny that in that universe he gets killed by Jason, and like Sam Witwicky is like teaming up with Autobots to save the world. I think that's just really funny and wacky. But yeah, this movie, I would have preferred to see more Pamela, where he's definitely more sackhead Jason.
Yep.
I kind of feel like you said, like they really just kind of skipped over it. And for me, that's one of the most interesting parts about this franchise is how it starts and how you see the characters progress. And it's
Yeah.
Sorry, he made a face.
I did. I made a face. I'm sorry, dude.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I made a face.
Yeah, that's
no,
fine.
I agree.
You go next, Chris.
And you actually shed a little bit of knowledge to the Brent character. I thought that was cool. I didn't know anything about that. So
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's pretty much like the same name, same character that he played in the first Transformers.
that's awesome. I didn't know anything about that. That's the first I've ever heard of it. So it's really cool. Car just went by. It's going to come murder me.
I know that's weird. Like,
They just dropped off Jason. You're in the gulag now.
Welcome to the gulag.
Chris, your turn with your number 8.
All right. So number 8 for me is the remake as well, which is surprising.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I like it. Obviously, a little bit more than somebody here. I'm sorry to upset you, Jeremy.
It's okay, man. I'm used to you upsetting me.
Okay.
It's
no big deal, huh? No, I actually kind of like, seeing like a more brutal Jason, seeing like him set up traps and everything. Necessarily didn't need to see him like underground and all the tunnels. I thought it was cool. It's different because he's doing stuff like that in the other movies, but you don't really have to see it. He was doing something entirely different in Jason Takes Manhattan, though. He was teleporting. That was supernatural shit in that movie. But I do like the opening. The guy, I think, is running to get his girlfriend, who was like being, I think, sleeping bag, sorry. And she was hung over like the fire, and she's just like roasting, being burned alive. And he steps in the bear trap, and he's screwed. Like, I just thought that was really cool to like really. Not saying he's not brutal in the other movies, but it was just cool. And he's definitely a lot more aggressive. He kind of reminds me of like Part 2 and Part 3 Jason, like a mix where he's kind of more like he's going to run after you, he's going to sprint after you. Because he didn't do that in those later movies. But I like Derek Mears as Jason. I thought he did pretty good. I like the look of Jason. Definitely, in my opinion, better than like I guess like Part 8. Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, like the later ones. I think it's a fun movie. I like some of the characters. I like. They're obviously not going to be the highlight of this movie. There are definitely better characters in the franchise. But for me, like, I don't know. If you got kids that are there to party, to smoke weed, have sex, all that stuff, I'm okay with them being a little bit more on the dumber side. Because it's not like a Halloween or Nightmare situation. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you want good characters. I really like in this movie where Jason hits the guy with the axe right in the back. He's laying there, and he's just like, trying to call for the other people to help him. And Jason is using him as bait. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty clever. And I like that. It was a different take. I think it's fun. The best movie in the franchise? No, not by a long shot, in my opinion. But definitely my favorite of, the 3 big remakes. So I thought it was fun.
Yes.
And I agree completely, Jeremy. I wish that we'd seen more sack-faced Jason.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely more sack-faced.
Yeah, that maybe
That
that
song's
would've
just stuck in my
taken
head
my-
now. Motorhead,
I like that intro.
what's your price for flight?
Night Ranger. There we go.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Yeah. Fuck Jared Padalecki. All right, going into
I got to get you to meet him
Go-
one day. That'd be great.
Dude, be sitting there like,
dude, I don't
that.
I fucked my notes up. Okay. All right, here they are. I don't hate Jared Padalecki, not necessarily.
Just his face.
I don't know, man. Not even just his fucking acting, dude. Like, where did you fucking study acting, dude? Like, I've never acted a day in my life. I mean, well, we did the fan series, but I've never had an acting coach or a school or anything. This dude acts like a fucking. Never mind. Okay, number 8. My number.
I honestly
8
just think it's where
is-
he's. I think he's just there for the paycheck. But go ahead, man.
had to be, and not only that, but the director. I'm not. Never mind.
No, go ahead. Like this is what we're here for. This is a discussion.
Can
No,
I add a little bit more to what I was gonna say? Well, you go ahead first. Go ahead.
Which one, me or Jeremy?
Yeah,
Pointed Jeremy.
Okay, so the director, he had a lot. Apparently, there was a lot of creative differences between him and the studio, and basically, he directed the whole movie on autopilot. So, like, he just did whatever they told him to do. He didn't give a shit about the project. He just kept going. And it, I don't know, man. It's like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake. I enjoy that remake. I don't love the remake, but I like it better than that. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Go ahead. Say what you were gonna say though.
Okay. I will say I agree with you, like the Pamela thing. I wish they would have added a little bit more to it. I wish this here got a sequel to where maybe show more Pamela in the sequel. But I mean, yeah, I get it in a way. The studio and all that stuff, and then also if you put out Friday 13th and Jason is not heavily involved in it, I don't think anybody. I'm not saying that you can't have more Pamela in the movie, but man, if they didn't have the hockey mask, you know what I mean? I think that's why they had the sackhead Jason. I was trying to mess with you guys and say sack face, but if you didn't have the sackhead Jason, you can't really have that for a long period of time, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Because the casual audience, the people going to the theaters, they'd be like, oh, where's the hockey mask? This and that. So I understand it. It's kind of a good and bad thing. I don't know. It would have been cool to see more of Pamela. So I did like the actress that played her. I thought the flashback scenes were cool. If we could have got more of them. But I agree with you. I think it's okay. You know what I mean? It's not my favorite, but I think it's enjoyable, for what it is. I just forgot to say that about the whole Pamela thing from before.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure every normie in the audience when they saw that film probably breathed a sigh of relief seeing how quickly Pamela was kind of skated over, because let's face it, that's not what they're there for. Us horror fans would have we would have got behind it, but that's not what the studio thinks is going to make their movie a big success. They think the normal audience is what's really going to drive home the big box office. I mean, look at It Chapter 2. The first one blew up, and then the second one is just a train wreck of weird MCU humor. So, yeah, I'll just leave that there because I can ramble. But to you, Jordan. Yeah.
All right, so we're on to number. We're on to our number 8.
Number 7.
So my number 8.
Oh yeah, you're number 8. My bad.
Yeah, I don't think I gave my. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
My number 8 is Jason Takes Manhattan from 1989. So, what I can say about this one is that, I mean, the time that we get to spend in Canada is awesome. It's great. It's pretty fucking enjoyable. And Crystal Lake is no longer a lake, but an inlet for boats and ships to come through and swoop passengers up, and that allows Jason to get on board and just. I don't know. It's for me, I think this one lies solely in nostalgia because I remember watching this one a lot when I was a kid. And I don't know. I mean, we get to spend 90% of the movie on the boat or on the ship, whatever you want to say. And the little bit that we actually do get to spend in Canada, New York, where they film, and the actuality of the film, but where we get to spend there, it's pretty badass. If we get to see more of a film there, the film would have had a little bit more running room. But we get to spend it on a boat with characters that, to be honest, are just not that good. Most of the characters are stale as fuck, dude. I mean, it's just true that they are. I mean, in the movie it was mislead. It wasn't just misleading by the title. It was, but it was misleading by the advertisement as well. Like, the advertisement completely fucking blew this out of the water and lied straight to everybody's face who was going to see this movie. Which it sucks, man. But I mean, I get it. If you can't film in New York, if you don't have the budget, what are you going to tell people? Jason Takes Manhattan. Or are you going to say Jason on a boat? You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to? Is that going to be your titles? I understand it from a marketing standpoint, from a douchebag standpoint. They were douchebags. So they knew what they were doing from the get go. All your family works for the fucking Friday the 13th movies, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Every single one of them worked for it. If you get down to the meat and the potatoes of the movie, I mean, I find myself entertained by it at the very least. The script has super duper flaws, and the characters are about as bland as they come. Like I said, there's a few, like Julius on the fucking roof boxing the shit out of Jason. That's awesome. Like that. The rocker chick, she's badass. She's trying to get her like videotape filmed and all that. That's cool. What is her name? Renee or Renee? It might be Renee. I don't know what her name. The lead.
Renee. I don't know. I don't know. She's kind of.
She was okay. Yeah, she was all right, man. But like, I just don't think she was the right lead for the movie. The
they didn't really give her character much to do, though. Too,
No, that's true. And the kills were acceptable, but with nothing really wowing me. I mean, it's the last of the Paramount 8, so really it kind of gets a pass. And for me, it feels like the last of the true timeline of the Friday the 13th movies before you go into the New Line shit. It's nostalgia, as I said when I started talking about it. But even though the odd flashbacks and visions with Korean Jason, I mean, then you got the fucking toxic waste at the end that turns him into a little boy crying for his mommy in the sewer. It's weird, man. And honestly, the practical effects of Jason at the end are one of the fucking worst practical effects I've ever seen in my life. Those practical effects when he's demasked is awful. He looks terrible. It's good. It's far from great, but it has to come in at my number 8, and that's ironic because it is the 8th film out of the franchise. So, Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. I'll watch it when I'm doing a Friday the 13th marathon. I'll watch it, but when I get to it, I'm just kind of like drained and I want to go to bed. So, okay. There. All right. Number Jeremy's, it's like anybody that tunes in on Jordan's parts of this live stream is going to be like, that guy's an asshole. Like, going to do the shit on the movie. All right. Number 7. Jeremy, take the floor. Dance away.
All right, hold on a second.
Little sister.
Let me. I got to do this. I got to embrace my inner Tobey Maguire.
Very beautiful.
All right. So my number 7 is. I think I'm going to get some flack for this, but.
Oh, shit.
All right. So my number 7 is New Blood. I'm not dead. Okay.
Yeah, you're not dead. Just very tired.
That was a good one. All right, so for me, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was a good one. I'm not dead, just very much retired. All right, that is a good quote, man. Loomis is such a great character.
Yeah,
but...
no, I mean, I'm just saying I'm the one who said it, you know.
All right.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead, dude. Just joking.
Okay. So, I'm sorry. It's like I'm slap happy, but I'm not tired. For me, this movie is it's good. I don't know. It's not the movie I have the most fun with. I really enjoyed it tonight, watching it again. This is one of those movies that I don't know. It has a lot going for it, but there's just something about it that for me just feels off. Again, I don't get me wrong. I like Roy. I think that's.
You said part 7. I think you mean part 5.
Oh wait, hold on a second. I think I might have this flipped around. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay.
All right, I'm going to. I don't want to interrupt you, but I have to because I can't hold my urine any longer. I'm gonna take. You go ahead with your number 7. I'm just gonna pee. I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
All right, man.
Be right back.
Okay. Hold on a second. Is this the wrong piece of paper? I have no idea where it is. Okay. All right. So, hold on a second, dude. I'm really confused.
Oh, here you go.
My paper. This is
Messed up a little bit.
Yes. Okay. So, all right. I don't know if this is I don't know if my list is messed up or not, but I am going to say, yeah, my number. Are we on number 6, right?
Number 7.
Number 7.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I think I have these upside down. All right. So yeah, my number 7 is A New Beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that is not the right title there for a second, but I was like, it's on the paper.
All right.
So yeah, this movie, like I said, it has a lot going for it. I really like the tone. I think just following Tommy Jarvis again was great. I don't know, it's grown on me more and more the more I watch it. And I said more a lot there.
Very good.
And I'll be honest, I cannot stand the mother and the son. I openly weep tears of joy when they are killed, and I just have to quote one of my favorite movies of all time and go, "Yeah, Roy."
Yeah, Roy.
And I don't know, it's a weird one for me because I see its full potential, and its full potential could be there, but they just cut the kills so much, and it works, but also just could you imagine an uncut version of this film? It would be so great to see those practical effects because, I mean, it's practical effects. It's as real as it can get without being as real as it can get, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I just love practical effects. I adore it. It's always a shame to see them cut or edited when they're done because it takes so much time and it just looks so good. I don't know, it's just always something that aggravates me. But like I said, I did have a lot of fun with this one, and I like it a lot better than what I used to. So I will give it that. And yeah, this piece of paper can go screw itself because it messed me up there for a minute. But yeah, that is pretty much all that I really want to say about it because I took up a lot of time anyway with having my paper be messed up. So yeah, there we go.
All right, you hear that? Not a bad little choice for number 7. Yeah. So for my number 7, and I like this movie a lot. This right here, to me, I had like my things split up in 4 different categories. After the remake, this category, the next couple movies are to me legit good movies. They have good characters, and these are some that I wouldn't skip over if I'm doing a marathon.
Right.
So my number 7, a little controversial, but I'm gonna go with the original Friday the 13th. I really do like this movie a lot. I think as a slasher flick, it's actually really good. It's a very good one. The POV, I really like how they do that. At the end, you get the reveal. Very cool ending with the killer's demise, and then the end. You know, if you've not seen the movie, it's a really cool ending. A little jump scare.
I lose my head every time I see it.
Mm-hmm. And I really like the kills in this one. I like the atmosphere. I like it a lot better than I used to. Before, I just never really watched this one. I thought it was boring when I was little. You know, I was younger, didn't really care too much for slow burn movies. But the more I watch this one, the more I like it. I just think, honestly, this is one of the franchises that the original film, I feel like the sequels just surpass it. I think they really do. So this one's a classic. I think it is a very good movie. But if I'm ranking them compared to the other ones, I had to put it number 7.
Yeah, that's surprising for me that you put that there, to be honest with you. But I respect your opinion. I loathe your opinion. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, man.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. No, so I know there's a little bit of a delay here for me, but I think we're still going live, and I think we're okay. So I'm gonna try to go on with my number 7. Can you guys hear me good?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
A little bit of delay, not much. All right. Okay, so my number 7 is, ironically, Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood from 1988. Directed by John Carl Buechler, who was also a special effects artist, which is cool. There's a bunch of special effects artists in this series who directs the films. Really cool. When I was a kid, I always found this one to be odd. So when you had Jason versus Carrie, it just never added up to me. I never got into it until I got much older, and the more viewings that I watch this movie, the more I get into it. I don't know. I started to appreciate little things about it. One obvious thing is the introduction to Kane Hodder as Jason, which with Kane Hodder, it was the first time you ever really noticed Jason in his presence. I mean, he breathes. You can see as he's taking deep breaths in and out, and he actually gives Jason this look. It's almost like you can see behind the mask before you even see the face of Jason. And that's cool for somebody to be able to do that with such little, I don't know, such little to go off of. I mean, you have this guy, you're behind a hockey mask act. You know, if you can do that with your body and without your face, then you really nailed it. And I think he did. I think he really cares about the character. Kane Hodder has stood like the test of time. He is everybody's favorite Jason. He's not my favorite Jason, but he's up there. He's like 2 or 3 for me. I don't know. Like I said, it's a high praise to have Kane Hodder introduct Kane Hodder in this movie. Laura Park Lincoln was really good in it, as well as Tina. I really bought her internal struggle as she deals with her telekinesis power. I think that's interesting because for the majority of the movie, you have her resurrect Jason. You see that play out. But you also have her just dealing with this power and what she thinks that she did to her dad, and I thought that was really cool. I like that. So, I mean, the side characters, they're pick and choose, to be honest. I can take them, I can leave them. Some of them are cool, some of them aren't. With this one, a lot of the kills, I think they had a lot of potential, and some of them were cool. But the MPAA cut this one probably the worst out of any of the Friday the 13th films. And it sucks, man, because you can see it. Like, some of them would have been so fucking badass, and we really can't see the footage either. I don't even know if they have it somewhere. I don't know where it's at for most of the kills anyway. But, I mean, the gags and the practical effects, like, everything was cut down really, really bad. And that must have been hard on the director because he was a practical effects artist in general. So to see his work being shredded, not only was he doing that work, but he was directing too. That must have been fucking rough, dude. I mean, it would have been for me. And I know they wanted a Freddy versus Jason film, and that idea was kind of dead in the water at this time. So it was like, well, we'll give them Jason versus Carrie. Oh, okay, let's do that. We'll kind of make it like the final chapter. All right, we'll just do it this way. So that's kind of what they wanted to do with Part 7, and I get that as the older that I get, I enjoy this one more and more. I don't know it with Jason in general. Aside from Kane Hodder, if it had been another actor donning the costume and the effect, like the latex or whatever it is they're using on him, still it's one of the most badass looking Jasons. Like you said earlier in the stream, it literally shows like all the wear and tear that he's been through over the years. I love that shit, dude. And you kind of go from that to Manhattan, and in Manhattan, all of that shit's gone. None of it's there. It's like that don't fucking exist. I mean, it looks in this dude. It looks like the piranhas have been fucking him up, dude. He's been at the bottom of this lake, and I mean, his face is just jacked, dude. He looks like Mike Tyson's, like, I don't know, the punching bag, bro. He looks fucked up. So I enjoyed that. I don't absolutely adore this movie. That's why it comes in at such, I guess you would say, high or low. But I do like it. I find myself reaching for it when I watch the marathon more and more. I don't know. It always, like I said, always makes it into my Friday the 13th marathon routine, if you will. So Friday the 13th Part 7, New Blood. Definitely watch it if you haven't, which if you're watching this stream, you've probably seen all of them. But if you're second guessing it, like, I don't want to see that fucking Jason versus Carrie shit, watch it again, man. There's actually more to it, I think. No, I like it a lot. So that's my number 7.
All right. Dude, I thought for a second, Jeremy is so incredibly still, man. Look like a picture.
I was trying my best to do that, actually. It's kind of pathetic of me, but yeah.
Also,
Oh, it's impressive.
Also, I want to say that while I was going to pee, a cat knocked my fucking headset off, and
I heard something like that.
these cats are devilish, dude. I hate these cats, bro. Anyway, Jeremy, continue on with your number 6.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
All right. All right.
It's flies everywhere, dude. Little gnats, dog pecker gnats.
Would it be his number 6?
Yeah, number 6. Yeah.
Okay. So this time, my number 6 is actually Friday the 13th, Part 7. All right, Chris, to you. No, I'm just kidding. So, yeah, this to me, I really dig it. So yeah, Christy. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I like this movie like more and more every time I watch it. I feel that Part 6, for me personally, just has a really solid ending. Like if you were like in a pinch and you want to kind of just watch a few Friday the 13th movies and have like a conclusive ending, I think that's a pretty good way to end it. But I got to agree with Jordan. It's just a blast, and I don't know. It's just got a really, really good premise to it. But yeah, man, you really got me thinking about that. Like, just imagine like doing like the effects and directing, and you just have like the studio, well, just MPA, like all that, just kind of mess with it that bad. That would be heartbreaking.
Yeah, it really would.
I would be. It really did get cut a lot.
It really did. That and
Yeah.
5, I noticed that like so much this time around watching 5. Like, I mean, it has like, I don't know, it's a double-edged sword for me, because like sometimes, like if it's just a close-up of, oh my god, my eyes, you have like this intrigue, like what just happened. Like you kind of get an idea of what happened, but you kind of leave it up to your imagination to kind of fill in that gap there. But honestly, I'd rather just see the practical effects in play when it comes to that, because they're just so good, man. I really would love to see
Or-
like like every horror film that has been got cut like that. I would love for them to get like their time in the sun and actually show us what those effects would have looked like if they hadn't been tampered with. But that is kind of just like going on a tangent. It's on its own. But yeah, I don't really have like any notes. Just I really enjoy this film more and more that I watch it, and that's why I had to put it pretty even on my list. Definitely could have been higher,
I
but
like the middle, ain't it?
yeah, it's pretty much the middle. But it could have been higher, definitely. But there's just some movies that I don't know, just resonate with me a little bit more, and we'll get to those later on in the list.
Okay. So my number 6 is going to be part 7. I think I like it just a little bit better than you guys. Which, I mean, still not like drastic ranking. Mine's just one more position up than you two. But I kind of grew up with this one. Me and my brother watched this one a lot. It's not, I think how to describe it. It's not, in my opinion, the most entertaining one. But I do love the look of Jason. I think Jason looks just phenomenal in this one.
He does. He really does.
Yeah, it's sad how it goes from that to Manhattan. I really wish the kills wasn't cut. I do like a lot of the kills. There's one blonde chick in particular. Actually, let me just backtrack a little bit. The characters, I like Tina. I like how she has the telekinesis power. It's pretty cool. You kind of have to do something like that at this point because in part 6, they bring him back. He's zombie Jason now. Like supernatural elements are more into the franchise at that point. So it's pretty cool to see him go against, I won't say an even foe, but definitely, Tina has a lot more going for her than just the average, survivor. So it's cool seeing Jason get thrown around. It's cool watching the behind the scenes stuff with Kane Hodder whenever he falls through the stairs because I think it's like a couple inches
almost died
away. Yeah. He almost just got annihilated. And he gets set on fire like Jason does in the movie. I thought that was really cool. Like, he just kind of goes through the ringer in this movie, and it's cool to actually see Jason take more damage. And he looks like he's already been fucked up. So I love that aspect of it. It wasn't just Jason in full control. It was something different. John Carl Buechler, I like his directing style. I really like the intro. It's very simple but effective. I do like the stuff with like her dad and everything. I thought that was really cool. Very different. And I like that. To me, it's different in a good way compared to Part 8, Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X. I feel like obviously this right here wasn't like a huge hit or anything like that. I'm not saying it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, but for me, I enjoyed this one and the different things that they did compared to the later ones. So that is my number 6.
Nice. No, man, that's a good number 6, dude.
I forgot to talk about the characters real quick. My bad.
Okay.
What I was going to say
Go ahead,
is the blonde chick. I was going to talk about her death. I thought that was really cool. She was a complete throughout the movie. He just gets an axe right to the face and he just throws her. I love just like the ragdoll effect. But like the characters, like I mentioned, Tina, I like her. You got the doctor who kind of playing both sides there. I kind of like him. Whenever he meets his demise because he's a freaking coward. You got Tina's mom. And other than that, the characters for me are kind of, they're kind of throwaway. They're not bad. But for me, just those couple is a lot better than Part 8, Jason Goes to Hell, and Jason X. So that's why I ranked it above those. So
nice, man. No, I like that ranking. I like how we're all a little bit different here and there.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. So we'll go ahead and I guess moving on to 6, right? Number 6.
Number 5, I think. Now, isn't it?
I think I'm on 6.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, I go. Okay.
Then
All right. Yeah. So 6 for me. Yeah. Okay. So number 6 for me is Friday the 13th from 1980. Director Sean S. Cunningham. So I know this is rather low or high on my list. However, if you want to look at it, and I don't know, man, it's low or high on a bunch of people's lists. Like a lot of people will either say I've seen people rank this high in terms of like saying that it's one of their favorites, and I've seen people rank it like really, really low. Um, and it's not very often, especially in the horror like community, that a horror film, an original horror film, is lower than any of its sequels. You never see that. Um, but I don't know. I struggled on this one and where it would stand for me. But personally, it stands. I mean, it stands here. It's number 6. I think it's much more than meets the eye of this film. And even though it's stated by the director and the producer himself, Sean S. Cunningham, that this was basically just a cash grab to get money, because horror at the time was a money making scheme. Like, you could make a horror movie, and it was a gold mine. Anything that you would drop, anything you would release, it would get money. And he basically said, I just wanted to make some money so I could make another film that I wanted to make. And Friday the 13th, the title itself was basically just a gimmick to do that. I feel like there's more to it than that, though. Even though the director and the producer stated that, there's more to it. I feel like if you're going to call Halloween or Black Christmas a prototype, you can call this the alpha of slashers, especially for 1980. It went all out with its kills. I mean, it hired Tom Savini as like the fucking kill master. Like, this dude was creating shit because he himself had been in the war and he had seen dead bodies and he had seen how it was. He wanted things to look as realistic as possible, and he did that. So yeah, I mean, some of the script takes a backseat to those kills because they did want to make money and they did want to shock people. And I think a lot of the kills succeeded in that, dude. There's some brutal fucking kills in this movie that still hold up. I mean, the opening kill with the chick, the hitchhiker, Kevin Bacon's kill with the spear through the throat. I mean, and the gag to show how they actually do that, it's just awesome. So Tom Savini absolutely nailed the kills in this one. Mm-hmm. The mystery and the suspense with the POV kills, because we had seen POV prior. We'd seen it in Black Christmas. We'd seen it in Halloween. But we didn't see it throughout the entire duration of the movie. Like, in the whole movie, you don't see any of the kills. It's all POV until the very end. Until the mystery is spoiled, I'll go ahead and Pamela Voorhees is the killer. If you don't know that and you're mad about a spoiler, then go fuck yourself. This movie's made in 1980. Go watch it somewhere else. If you haven't seen it, you're watching this video. Sorry, man. You're Jared Padalecki's nanny. So still with the Pamela Voorhees thing, it's still one of the biggest shocks. And I got the face staring at me. It's still one of the biggest shocks in horror history. It still is. You know, the characters, let's see, I'm looking at my notes, like, periodically staring at these, but there's one that I wanted to mention for sure because I didn't want to go off of it. Let's see, moments in horror history. The characters are all likable, with Alice, played by Adrian King. There we go. I didn't have that name written down. I'm just off the top of my head. She did really good. I believed her, dude. She was terrified. She was a likable girl. Very, very kind of innocent, I guess would be the correct word to use for her. And I liked her in that big showdown with Pamela at the end. The atmosphere of the lake, the trees, the full moon, it takes a presence of its own and it becomes character, to be honest. Even though this is my number 6, it doesn't mean that it's any less than any of these other movies. All these other movies are greats in my mind in the Friday the 13th franchise. You can't go wrong with any of them. I would say that it would be tough to argue that this is not one of the best slashers of all time. The way it's constructed, the way it's directed, the effects, the acting. I think that it really is, and it stands up there, and it definitely does. And, you know, I showed this to my little boy for the first time last year. And I actually got a video of him watching it. And, you know, it was seeing his shock because he didn't know that was Pamela Voorhees watching, and he looked back at the camera like it was the biggest thing I'd ever seen, which was cool to me to see that. And now that I'm an adult and I watch it, I know that it's Pamela, but to see him, that kind of made me feel that same feeling all over again when I watched it on VHS when I was a kid. Yes, I'm old. VHS. When I was a kid, for the first time, it was that we had actually recorded. We didn't have the actual VHS of it, so we would tape over, and we taped over something that was Friday the 13th. And I remember that big reveal of his name was Jason, and you see that Pamela Voorhees scene, and you're like, what the fuck? What's going on here? So to see him see that and react to that was enough for me to easily put this movie at number 6, because it's one that, as the older I grow, I find myself reaching for it more and more. And that's number 6, man. But it is one of the best slashers of all time for sure. Friday the 13th. Original. And I love that artwork, dude. That poster art is one of the most classic poster arts you could ever see. Like, really is.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most recognizable. If you see that and you don't even see a title, you know what it is. So,
Faux show.
I know, man. It could change on any day, but that's my number 6 as of now.
Well,
whoa! Did you say it lightning?
Whoa! Yeah, that was
Been doing
tight.
that. That's been doing that a little bit behind you.
Oh shit, dude!
Hey, Jason's coming back tonight,
Give it
boys.
to you.
Dude, Jason lives, bro. He's gonna get resurrected.
Oh God, Chris,
Dude,
where's
Abby's
Tommy?
gonna freak out. My niece is in there. And she legitimately has panic attacks when it thunders. And I can see them grabbing her right now. She's having a severe panic attack. I'm gonna check on her in just a second, but so that's my number 6. Okay.
Number 5, Jeremy.
All right, here we go. All right, so my number 5 pick is going to raise some eyebrows. I'm used to the camera being over there, but I had to put this on charge, so now it's flipped around. So now it's over there. Hey,
can I say one thing before you continue?
No, this is your channel. Go ahead.
All right, if the power goes out and the Wi-Fi goes out, I just want you to know that I'm not dead and I'm okay. But anyway, I'm gonna put this up on the screen real quick because I mean, I feel like this is, it's a definite, yeah, I agree with that. The J Sloan is much more than meets the eye. Just saying, with a smiley face. So thank you. I don't know who you are. Well, that's not completely true. I know you. Thank you for that comment. I think that you were much more than meets the eye as well. I'm going to say that back to you. I'm going to keep that up on the screen for a second. We'll let Jeremy continue with his number 5.
Oh man, now I'm just thinking of Transformers. Oh God. Okay. All right.
Where do bugs for
the J Sloan more than meets the eye. Okay, so my number 5 pick is going to raise some eyebrows, like I said, but at number 5, I have...
dude, I'm getting rained on, bro. Okay, go ahead, Jeremy.
Okay, man. Friday the 13th, Part 3.
Continue, Jerry. I'm just trying to cover the iPad up so I don't get rained on anymore. Go ahead.
Okay, man.
I don't want the iPad to get ruined.
I don't blame you.
You're good. Go ahead.
Okay, so for me, this is... I have a blast with this movie.
I like this one better. Can't do this bugs ever. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Okay. So, Friday the 13th Part 3 has probably been one of my most watched out of this franchise. I love how goofy but nostalgic the 3D effects are now, especially where I don't think I've watched the film in 3D except maybe once. And I don't know, man, I feel like it's not the weakest, but I don't know. It's just I don't know what I'm trying to say here. To be honest with you, I forgot most English. I don't really have anything bad to say about the movie, though. I don't know, man. The storm really threw me off. And the whole,
Dude,
the
it's
whole
all
more
right.
than
Just keep going.
the whole more than meets the eye thing.
You're good.
Now I'm in a whole different franchise. But yeah, Friday the 13th Part 3. It's it's the first time that we see the hockey mask, and I don't know. It's just got like that great atmosphere to it. It has so much going for it. Even the 3D stuff. I can imagine what that would have been like back in the day, and how cool that would have been. But now you just see it as like a gimmick, like, oh, it's 3D, it's gonna poke you.
Yeah, it's very noticeable, Dave. If you watch it, yeah, it's very noticeable.
But that's also kind of it's also one of its charms, though, too, which is weird. But yeah, I have so much fun with this movie, and it's definitely one that I cannot pass up on if I'm doing a marathon. And it's honestly one of the first films that I will grab off a shelf if I'm just in a Friday the 13th mood. But yeah, that is at my number 5 spot. I don't have any notes. I'm just going from heart, and my goodness, that was a lot of lightning behind you just now. But
dude, it's so bad. It's raining so bad, dude. Okay.
Yeah, man. It had to storm over there. Oh man.
Acid rain.
I love the rain. It's like angels are splooging all over us. Come on now.
It's all right, man. Continue, Chris. You're number 5. Let's keep this party going.
All right. Number 5 is Part 5, A New Beginning. This one I did not like as a kid. Did not like it, but I actually now have a lot of fun with it. I got over the fact that Jason is not in this movie, the real Jason. It is Roy. For anybody that doesn't know. Roy. And I like this movie. I like the characters a lot. Forget it, Vic. The chocolate bar scene. Oh, God. I love that. Yeah, those characters, Junior and the mother. Not my favorite characters, but it is a colorful cast of characters, man. I actually really like pretty much all of them besides them. I understand the role that they tried playing, or, the role that they played in that movie. But, yeah, all the characters are cool. Yeah, like very accurate. Very accurate. Dude, Miguel Nunes Jr., dude. I love that scene. That scene can instantly make my day better. Baby. I love that character. Reggie the Reckless. Tommy. I like John Shepard in this movie. Thought he did a really good job as Tommy. Very traumatized. I like the progression of Tommy from 4, 5, and 6. It's just cool to see them continue that storyline with Tommy. This is just a very fun one. Very sleazy. And the effects were cut quite a bit, but man, the little bit that you see is very effective. I wish that we could get an uncut version. But I do really like the kills. So overall, a fun time, man. I really enjoy this one.
Oh shit!
Hey, Jordan, I just got to say this.
Yep.
You're gonna get it now, B. Storm's picking up.
Sure is, man. Okay, so, all right, my turn for number 5. Hopefully, I'm surprised the Wi-Fi is still going right now. That's awesome.
Don't jinx yourself.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so my number 5 is Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning. So, where do I fucking begin with this one? Do I start with Roy Burns? Do I start with Debbie Sue Voorhees? Do I start with Joey and Vic, Reggie and Demon?
Just start with Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Production.
Just start with.
Okay, that works too.
All right,
I'm just going to say this movie is fucking cocaine-fueled, adrenaline-powered fun. That's what it is. Danny Steinman was obviously high cocaine-fueled, as I stated, throughout the whole movie. He stated that on commentaries that he was fucked up through the whole making of this movie. But I think it gave it sort of a charm, honestly. I mean, it's. I love the story that you have with bringing Tommy Jarvis back, even though the opening with Corey Feldman was shot in his backyard, still cool. So you bring Tommy Jarvis back, that's cool. And having him back in the fold, and this is the one person that I've had a hard time deciding who I like better out of the franchise when it comes to multiple people playing the same character. I love John Shepard as Tommy Jarvis. I think he fits that character maybe a little bit better than Tom Matthews does. I don't know. I like Tom Matthews. Lightning in the background. It's awesome. But I like Tom Matthews. Or Tom Matthews. The Thunder doesn't agree with me. But I like John Shepard a lot. I think he delivers a believable performance for a kid who's been through that sort of trauma, like Tommy was in a film that maybe I'll talk about here in a minute, if my Wi-Fi will allow me to. I don't know, man. I always like this one, even with the Roy reveal of it not being Jason Voorhees. Maybe it didn't rub me the wrong way like it did a lot of people. I guess people like, if I would have saw it in theater in '85 when it came out, maybe I would have felt the same way about it. But I just didn't. I wasn't born until '97, so I didn't get to experience that. But still, it's still a fun flick. I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to look at my notes here. It's a popcorn blast. That's one of my notes because I'm trying to be cheeky. But it's a popcorn blast, sex, gore, wild robotic dancing. You can't go wrong with it. You get it all with this one, and the kills, although once again cut to fucking pieces by the MPAA. I want to say this one was cut. But like you said earlier, Chris, with this one, when the kills are cut, you actually, oh my God, you actually get some like after effect of the kills, which kind of makes up a little bit, whereas some other films, they don't have that. So this one, even though you don't see the kills, it kind of makes it feel like you do in a way. I don't know. It's weird. Even though you don't see all of them. I don't know. Some of the most brutal out of the entire franchise with the belt kill with the fucking branch dude tying that around. Like, it's just brutal. I know I'm in the minority, but I love this one. I know we're all, in the minority, but we love this one. And each Friday the 13th, I find myself wanting to watch this one a couple more times than once. So this is one of the only Friday the 13th films out of the franchise that I want to watch more than once a year. So Friday the 13th Part 5, it's fucking cocaine fueled, man. Watch this. Your heart will beat like, kickstart my heart. When I get high on speed. You're fucking going, dude. It's just...
Wow!
It's beat. Watch Friday 13th Part 5. So, Friday 13th Part 5, that's my number 5. Dude, I wanted to put this one a little bit, higher, but I was like, I had to sort out what I wanted, and I had to put this one at 5. Number 5, Friday 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. Okay. That's my number 5. Let's go to number 4.
Okay. Oh, man. The reason why I'm laughing like a giddy schoolgirl is because you mentioned the song Kickstart My Heart, and one of the most infamous scenes of Part 5 is obviously, ooh, baby. So I just immediately thought if you could combine those two together, kickstart my heart, hope it never stops. Oh, yeah, ooh, baby. But
that needs to be in it.
it does, but, I am dumb. So that is why I was laughing.
I never said that. You was. Don't talk about yourself like that, kid.
Your Honor, could I interrupt to have a quick bathroom break?
Insubordination, sir.
If you ever seen Liar Liar, you get it. But I really have to pee, so I'm going to have to pee. But Jeremy, continue. If I don't get kicked off, I'll be right back. But I really have to pee. So continue with your number 4. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, I love you all. Oh, my God. That's not... Oh, shit, dog.
The last pale
I'll be right back.
in the west.
All right, man.
Continue with number 4. Continue number 4.
Okay.
I think he may want you to continue with number 4.
I didn't get that from him.
Really?
All right, so my number 4 is actually the original Friday the 13th. Yeah, for me, it may be because of my dad, because I think this might be his favorite, but I don't know, it's just one of those films that, to me, is special. Just like how John Carpenter's Halloween is special to me. It just has such a unique feeling. I love the POV all the way through, and I even softly remember my emotion of finding out that reveal of who the killer really is. So I don't know, it's one of those movies for me that is, it had to be high on this list.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my number one, obviously, but it's really close. It's in my top 4. But I don't know, man. It's just, it has a good feel to it. I find myself wanting to watch this alongside Halloween every October 31st. And it's just got such a nice charm to it that it's so simple, but I mean, look at the juggernaut of a franchise that it created. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's how I feel about Halloween. More so than I do about Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying anything bad about them, but like, you just kind of have like these two films that are just so simple, and you don't think that they're going to become as big as they are, and then you know, surprise, they become like two of the biggest pillars in horror pop culture. So for me, it's really special. I think mostly because my dad, but also just it's really good. I can't fellatiate it enough. But yeah, that is my part 4. So also, I do have a really funny story before I hand this over to you. Oh, my mom told me this a few times before she passed away, and there was always just a story that really cracked me up. So she was, I think, probably 13 to 15 around the time that this happened, but she wanted to watch Friday the 13th, and her mom said, what later said that from what she heard and what have you, that it would just, you know, terrify her. And my mom, being a teenager and knowing better than any adult in history, obviously, decided that her and her friends would watch the VHS together over at one of their houses. So this proceeds. Yep. Mom said she wasn't scared at all through the whole movie. And then we come across this quaint little scene of a lone girl, a boat, and a murderous, psychotic child with very horrible teeth jumps out of the water. And Mom said as soon as Jason popped out of the water, she was halfway out of the house. She ran home. I think she said she even like left some of her stuff there. She just ran home and got to her mom as soon as she could. And every time my mom, bless her heart, may she rest in peace, every time we watched Friday the 13th, as an adult woman, she still had to cover her eyes with a blanket or with her shirt or whatever she had to do so she did not see child Jason pop out of the water. And that might also be a big reason why it's so high up on my list. But yeah, I just wanted to share that story because it always cracked me up, and seeing a grown woman just so terrified of some makeup effects and like, horrible teeth.
That's a really good story, man.
Which movie were you talking about there? Because I was using the bathroom. Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, man, my number 4 pick was the original Friday the 13th. And I was telling a story about my mom, like her first time ever watching the movie with a handful of her friends.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And that the ending to that movie is still iconic, where you have young Jason pop up on Alice. You ever go under the boy? Man, we didn't find any boy. You know, fucking. So, it's like, I mean, it's still one of the most iconic scenes ever, is it not? Like I have a bug continuously fucking with my iPad. Okay, so we have a message
Now
here
you're no
that
longer
says, "What's
focused."
up, guys? Sinister Syndrome."
Yep.
Dude,
Hey,
this
thank you for
bug
stopping
is
by.
like fucking Satan. Yeah, thanks. What's up, man? Just
Hey,
sitting
what
here
is up?
ranking the Friday the 13th movies. We're on number 4 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
We are.
We are indeedy.
okay.
So
All right.
my
So,
turn.
Indeed, we
Chris,
are.
If you told
sir.
yours, it's your turn to tell your story.
Yep.
All right. So Chris already told his, so I'm gonna go on to mine.
I haven't told mine.
I'm just joking, dude.
Oh man, go ahead.
I
Dude.
know.
I'm done. It's part 4 now.
Just
Part 4 now. That's what I'm putting.
Oh, dude. Chill, making my rounds. Sinister Syndrome 86 says, "Awesome, dude. Awesome."
Appreciate you
we're,
stopping by.
It's empty, but cheers, mate.
Yeah, I'm sitting out here. I'm sitting out here in a thunderstorm. Basically, it's been pouring the rain, thunder, and lightning. But it's a perfect Friday the 13th. Great evening to do it, I suppose, outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on number 4, we've already went through a couple. So, well, we went through more than a couple. But Chris, you're on your 4th pick. Let's go. Let's do it. And here's another one from Hope Golf. We're doing awesome.
All right,
Thank
mine's
you
gonna
so
be
much.
part 3. Friday the 13th, part 3. This area used to be a little bit higher for me. I do really like this movie. I have a lot of fun with it. But man, the 3D really does bother me the more I watch it. I do think it's a very entertaining movie. Jason finally gets his hockey mask, iconic look. You got really good characters. You got Shelly, which I love Shelly. You got, I think the main lead, I think her name's Chris, I think. And you got Rick, I think. Isn't he the one that gets the eye popped out? I think that's his name.
Yeah, he's the one that wants to fuck her the entire movie.
Yeah, the entire time.
Oh yeah, Rick Sanchez.
I like that. I like that kill, even though it's really cheesy. You can kind of see like the little thing that the eyeball is attached to. It's very cheesy, and I like the techno music at the beginning. I know a lot of people don't, but I like it. I like the opening credits. It's a fun movie, man. I really like this one, and I always crack up. He does look hideous, but I love whenever 2 scenes in particular. Whenever he's getting hung, and he takes the mask off, and he's like smiling, and then the one in the window where he's got blood all over him. He's just like there, like that. It's creepy, but it's funny as hell because he's a mongoloid. You know what I mean? So I love this one. It's a really good one. But it did go down. Spot.
Mongoloid Mike, dude.
Hey,
that's
what
my
y'all
mic there.
doing in there?
So that's my number 4. Oh Jesus!
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
y'all got some
All right.
peanuts
Oh,
in
yeah.
there?
All right, so like, okay, I'm gonna move on to my number 4 now since I'm graced with the opportunity to do so.
God. We are talking about Jason here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
you
We are.
guys.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, son.
All right, my number. I think I swallowed a bug just a minute ago. It's all. I can taste it. You ever get a bug like in the back of your throat and you kind of like taste
try
it a
not
little
to.
bit?
I've had a
All right.
bug explode
So
on my hand
anyway-
before. Does that count?
No, it doesn't. No.
Well, fair enough then, sir.
I'm just joking. Okay. All right, so we're down to 1 viewer now. They're like, "Fuck these guys. Let's just leave, dude." We was up at like 5. Oh, dude, a bug just flew into my eyeball, bro. Fuck. I'm kidding.
It's a train wreck.
All right.
Bro, he's got a bug in his eye.
I'm just going down.
I'm done. I ain't gonna say that.
Dude, there's bugs everywhere, bro. Okay. All right. Ooh, I think one got in my mouth now. All right.
All right, baby.
Fuck me. Fry tags are 13, part 3. Friday Friday the 13th, Part 3. 1982, director Steve Miner. Okay. For me, this one always stood out. This one seemed to play. I mean, it played for me a lot on my TV. Like, I don't know if it was on AMC during, like, October or if it might have been playing, like, dude, there's legitimate bugs flying around my iPad. Like, I can't look at the comments because there's so many bugs flying. Okay. Anyway. All right. So, I don't know if it played on AMC, like, during Friday the 13th or if it played during Halloween. I can't remember. But this one played a shitload. And I just always watched it. Every time it would play, I'd watch it. And I don't know. I can't recount how many times I watched it. I can't recount how many times I watched it on trying to watch it on 3D on that old shitty DVD, them shitty glasses. And I would try over and over, and I would always get a headache from it. Dude, bugs are, dude. I'm about to break loose, dude. These bugs are pissing me the fuck off. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This one. There we go. He's got the DVD. Nice. This one comprises some of my favorite characters' kill scenes. Each character seems so different and so odd to be friends. Like, you have Chris, Andy, Debbie. You have the Stoners. You have Vera. Mm-hmm. And I'm saving the best for last, of course, Shelly. I mean, he unknowingly created the iconic look for Jason, giving him the hockey mask. So that was really cool. The movie just shows, I mean, Jason's fucking brutal in this, man. And it gives us insane kills. You get the handstand kill. Handstand kill is badass, dude. One of the best out of the whole franchise. You get the spear kill. You get the knife through the pregnant lady, which is, I mean, brutal as fuck, dude. You get the fire poker, the head squeeze with Rick, like you said. I mean, all these are amazing and believable, and all thanks to the amazing. And I gotta say, my favorite Jason out of all of them. Which one is it?
I'm trying to think. Is it Richard Brooker or who plays
Richard Brooker? Richard Brooker, oh. Yes. Yeah. Richard Brooker. I mean, he felt menacing, and at the end, at the end, when he's peering through the glass at her, dude, when she's in the fucking canoe, and he's like fucking pounding on the window, dude. When I was a kid, dude, that scared the fucking shit out of me when I was a kid. I mean, legitimately scared me to death. I adore this one. I always have. And even though the 3D gimmick is so apparent, I mean, it really is. When you watch it, there's specific scenes just filmed because of the 3D. You can see it. Oh, Jeremy's got a little visitor there.
I do. Say hello, Butterball.
Hello, Butterball.
Hello, Butterball.
But when I think about Friday the 13th, this is one of the first thoughts that comes to my mind. So I had to put it at number 4. Honestly, I thought about putting it higher, but it just came in here. I mean, you've got everything from the kills, the acting. But I want to mention this before we move on. You've got the rape angle with Jason, which is fucking weird because with everything that happens with Chris, it's supposed to happen in it's supposed to happen in like recent memory, like really, really fucking recent. And then you go from the original, you go to 2, and then you go to the timeline is really warped in this, really warped. But also you can add rape to Jason's rap sheet, which is, I guess, cool if you want to add it there. Dude, and he fucking, like, at the end of the movie, dude, when he's hanging and he fucking takes the mask off and he smiles at her and he just like pulls the mask back down, dude. Like, dude, he did it, dude. He raped her. Like, there's no like doubt in my mind that he didn't rape that chick at the end of the movie, or rape Chris at least in the movie. So, I love the movie. Chris, are you okay? Would you like to talk about your feelings? Or are you okay?
No, I'm good. I'm ready to move on from this movie.
Okay. Friday 13th Part 3. I love it, man. I can't. I'm gonna watch this one tonight. Actually, we're done with the stream. This is what I'm putting on. So Friday 13th Part 3, 3D. There we go. All right, moving on. Sorry, we'll go to part number 3 here. Jeremy, quit dropping the ball. Get on.
All right, hold on. I'm sorry, that was very southern. Hold on. Okay, so part 3. All right, so my part 3 is actually part 4, the final chapter. Now, if we would have done this years ago.
Oh, here we go. Sorry. Look, Jeremy, this is for you. Sorry.
Thank you. He is very spoiled and very high maintenance. And he actually, his favorite toy in the whole world is a ball. So it's fitting that he's named that. Oh, man. Okay, what are we on now? I was thinking of my dog, and now I'm just happy. Okay.
Number 3.
Number 3. So yes, number 3 for me is part 4, the final chapter, the final chapter.
The finest chapter of them all.
The final
chapter. The final chapter, man.
Hey, I like
What
that
you gonna
finer
do your
chapter
final
over
chapter
there.
now, man?
Yeah, man, let's get down to the finer chapters in life.
Okay.
Hey,
So
let me get this straight. Hold on. Slow your roll. Shut your mouth. No, I'm just kidding. I had to do the slow your roll. Shut your mouth. No. So Friday 13th, part 4 to the final chapter. That's your number 3. Okay, cool. I was just checking because I thought you said something else.
I said the finer chapter once, but that was just a mistake.
That's right. It's the final chapter. That's what it is. Final chapter.
Yes. Starring.
That's where okay.
Starring Adam Sadler. So, yeah. Now years ago.
All right, continue.
Years ago, this probably would have been my number 1, or at least my number 2. Now, I still love the heck out of this movie.
Look, there's a huge moth like that big, dude. Flying the fuck around my face. Okay, continue. I'm sorry, man.
It's okay, bro. It's just, it's just whatever at this point, man. Okay. So, yeah, years ago, you would have asked me, this probably would have been my number 1 or number 2 spot, and it's still really freaking close. But this is one of my most watched Friday the 13th movies. I've adored it all through my childhood, even to now. And I don't know, we got young Tommy and his promising future as a barber like shine at the end of this film. It's God, dude, if I had the balls, I would pull that hairstyle off.
It's very well.
Imagine that Tinder profile.
That'd be a
Ooh.
big hit.
Yes. So anyway, there's just so much about this that is good, and I do not have the brain capacity right now to say all these things. But I will say that
Bitch.
I'm very distracted. The moth affects us all. No, okay, focus. I can't. Just you go ahead, Chris.
All right.
I'll when you guys kind of tackle this, I'll talk more about it.
Okay. My number 3. Number 3 is also Friday the 13th part 4, the final chapter.
Okay, that works out. I'll just work off of you.
All right. Yeah, this is one that I watched young and I really liked it. I still do like it. The more I thought about it, had a lot of fun with part 3, but there's so many iconic moments in part 4. And I was a little hard on it. I was talking to you guys about it, this and that, but I really sat down and thought about it, and I think it definitely deserves to be up there as one of the greatest Friday the 13th films. Not my personal favorite, but number 3 is actually still a really good placement.
It is.
I think it's a very good movie. Got Corey Feldman as Tommy Jarvis. That iconic scene, die, die. Obviously his haircut and all that stuff. The characters,
amazing haircut.
Characters are really, really good in the movie, and the kills are really great as well. I mean, there's just not anything here that I see that's blatantly wrong. You know what I mean? Compared to the other movies, so it had to rank pretty high. I think it's a fun movie. One I need to watch a little bit more, but I'm putting it number 3. So, final chapter, or the finer chapter, as some would say.
Okay. So, my number 3. You said that was number 3 on your list.
Mm-hmm.
And as of mine.
Yep.
It's weird because I think we've caught up to each other. A minute ago, we were behind each other. Like you guys were ahead, and I was doing like my last one. Then it would go into the next one. So we're all on. Oh no. Okay, that's right. Y'all are going into number 2 next. That's right. Never mind. Okay. I'm stupid. Okay.
We're good.
Friday 13th. My number 3. We have 2 viewers. Also, if you're a part of if you're watching it right now, comment down below. Let us know. I know 1 viewer is in here for sure. We had Sinister Syndrome 86 in here. Hey, man, if you want to join, I'll send the link out, and you can join. Tell us your favorite Friday the 13th movies. I'm in the mood to hear some other opinions as well. So, gonna move on, though. Cool. Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, is my number 3. Director Tom McLaughlin. I don't know. After you had like the disappointment with Part 5, and then you had the bombshell with fucking Roy Burns, they needed to take it back to the roots with Jason Voorhees, and they knew it. They knew they lost money because of it, and they did. They did it with a bang. Not taking itself super serious, and at times being blatantly aware of what it is. It does, but I mean, it literally all but breaks the fourth wall, like with this movie. It doesn't hide from that. The movie is the best out of the franchise to blend horror and comedy together in a way other films failed to do. So I think that's a really, really good thing about it as well. I mostly thanks to its director. It managed to make you laugh between scenes and wonder if Jason was actually going to kill the kids that arrived at the camp. That's one of the things I love about it, because in a lot of the Friday the 13th movies, you don't actually see the kids get to arrive at camp. You see the counselors before the camp actually opens, and the counselors usually get killed off one by one. But with this one, you get to see the kids, and Jason actually interacts with the kids. So, well, one of the kids particularly, but it's cool to see nonetheless. I enjoyed the hell out of Thom Matthews as Tommy Jarvis, but I mean, I don't know, man. I still have a tough time. Like, who do I like better between Thom Matthews? What's the other guy's name? I already forgot it. It's like John Shepard, and then you have Corey Feldman, obviously. But he does a really good job. He brings a lot of like humor to the character, like unnecessary humor in parts, I feel like. So you have Tommy Jarvis, you have some of the camp counselors, and some of those characters really cool. You had like the bad girl love interest being the sheriff's daughter. That was cool. I like the sheriff himself. He's kind of a badass. I like the guy that's like, wherever the red dot goes, you bang or whatever. Thought that was interesting. Like that shit. Fucking moth around my face, killing my spirit. Okay, I'm just gonna eat it. The next time it flies around my face, it's eaten. I just can't hold it off anymore. It's gonna happen. You'll see it when it goes this way. I'm just gonna take a bite because I can't deal with it any longer. It's pestered me long enough. I mean, it's a serious live stream we're doing right now, and I'm sick of the tyranny that's coming from this moth. But so you have all those characters. I also like the birth of the indestructible Jason. You have Zombie Jason, which I have. Oh shit, that's scary as fuck. Oh my God! Ashley came up to the window and like shined a light on her face, and she's smiling real big. That was scary as hell. Okay, so you have the indestructible zombie Jason, and
Ashley.
it gives the movie a higher stake. It feels like you. It gives the movie a higher stake. It feels like you can't escape Jason. And I love the ending showdown in the lake with Tommy and Jason. I thought that was really cool. I love the kills. I love the humor within the kills. And it has a badass soundtrack, dude. Alice Cooper in that soundtrack, fucking rocking, dude. So probably the best soundtrack out of the entire franchise. But that doesn't mean the best score. You have Harry Manfredini, who did, I think he did legitimately all of the Friday the 13th scores. I could be wrong, but he did most of them anyway. Mm-hmm. But you gotta love it, man. It's a classic, blends horror comedy absolutely perfectly. There's not really a bad thing I can say about Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. I've always loved it. So, yeah, from 1986, Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. If you haven't seen it, I mean, obviously, watch it, you doofus.
Let me get right on that then. Excuse me. All right.
So that was our number 3. We're moving on to number 2, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
We're closing in.
So, I will start off like I have always this entire thing. All right, so number 2 for me is Friday the 13th, Part 2. This was, if I'm being honest, as a kid, this was my favorite Friday the 13th. It probably would have went that, then the final chapter. And okay. So I was a weird kid. I'm a weird man. And I will not deny either of these things. I used to dress up just for fun, just to be around the house, as Sackhead Jason.
In drag. So
I was a troubled youth. I can't. I'm from a good home. You know, I'm from a good home. I'm just a weird person. So yeah, as fun, I would get in overalls. I would get a flannel, like a blue, white checkered flannel shirt, and put a sack over my head and just run around and maybe jump on the trampoline. And that was my fun. I also one time went the entire trip up to Ohio dressed as Ash Williams from Evil Dead 2. I had the belts strapped over me and everything. I had a makeshift chainsaw hand, a boomstick. I went up and was like, hugged my grandparents and just had a fun time. I also murdered my Uncle Bill with my chainsaw hand, and his youngest daughter, Alexis, who was probably like 3 or 4 at the time, flipped out and screamed at the top of her lungs because she actually thought I was taking a chainsaw to her dad. So this film has a lot of memories for me, and also just kind of one of the weirder, quirkier things I did as a kid. But this is my favorite look for Jason. I just love the potato sack and just like the backwoods country aesthetic. Thank you for that, Jordan.
Sorry, Ray. Keep going.
It's okay.
Keep going, Daddy.
Oh, you like that? You like that when Daddy keeps going?
Ooh. Yeah.
You okay? How's the moth situation? So,
oh gosh, it's bad, dude. They're flying up my eyeballs. They're like corrupting my entire soul. They're in my eyes. They're bad. It's okay.
I am very sorry for that. But also, I just love the weaponry. I love the thought of Jason with like a pickaxe. You know, just I mean, the machete's great and everything, but I don't know. That pickaxe was just scary. Even as a kid, I was like, "Oh, this is so cool. I'm going to dress as that in a little bit." But my God, that is a dangerous looking pickaxe. Represent. Oh wait, I got to do that again too. So there's a lot I could say, but I've said a lot about me being just weird. And I think that was the highlight of anything I had to say about this movie. So yeah, it's my number 2, and I have a blast every time I watch it.
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
I want to say something before you go into year 1. I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt.
Okay.
There's been a viewer that's like, well, there's been 2 that stuck with us through the whole stream, which is cool. So my dad has actually watched through the whole stream. He is still here watching. So
Wow.
Hey,
want to
Doug.
say hi, Dad. I love you.
Oh,
Yeah, he has apparently watched through the entire stream. So
oh my God.
love you, Dad. It's awesome to have you here. Another one, Hope Golf. I love you too, Hope. Thank you so much for watching. We've had a few people like come in and out of the stream, so I want to thank them as well. I just thought it would be a good time because I want to thank everybody. It's been a long ass stream. We had some technical difficulties, but we're about 2 hours and 21 minutes in. We're going to try our best to get it wrapped up here. But anyway, continue on with yours, man.
All right. Number 2 for me is part 2. Pretty much for a lot of the same reasons as Jeremy mentioned. I never dressed up as Sackhead Jason. That would be very cool though.
It was. I was the envy of every child at the school. All the parents immediately was like, "No, he's not signing in today. I'm just going to take him home. He's sick." When I walked into class, I never went to school with Sackhead Jason unless it was like Halloween, maybe. But
yeah, I respect it. I respect it. Yeah, I like the look of Jason. I like how this movie, one of the characters from the first movie, well, I'm going to spoil it because I can't really not spoil it. He hunts down and kills the killer of his mother. Alice is took out immediately, and you start off the film. And I like how, I want to say like a good majority of this movie, he is kind of kept POV. I mean, you don't really see too much. And then I like how they just kind of like, bam, you finally see him. And then they just show him throughout the whole movie. It's not like the first film where it happens at the end, you see the killer. It's like a little halfway into the movie, maybe even a little bit shorter. They finally show him. And, dude, a lot of these kills in this movie are some of my favorites. The characters are really good. You got Jenny. I think Paul's one of them. It's got a lot of really likable characters. I like when they're out at the bar having drinks and stuff like that. I really bought that they were friends. But, man, one kill that sticks out to me, and I'm pretty sure it is this movie. You guys may need to help me out here. But isn't there a character named Mark who's in the wheelchair, and he gets like a machete right to the face, and he like rolls down the stairs? Like,
Dude,
that is brutal.
Yeah,
I like that character. I actually felt bad for him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of my favorite kills, man. You gotta love Pack and Act, dude. Small, large Pack and Act, just a cool little setting. Yeah, man, and he looks creepy.
Cool.
Whenever he's unmasked, dude, he looks like somebody that we won't talk about, but looks very mongoloidish.
I think I know who you're talking about.
But yeah, it's a great one, man. One that's for me, I enjoyed more as time went along. Shane McMahon?
No, yeah. That's good. Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Okay. That's awesome, man. You know, my number 2, and I thought about this long and hard. Is a film from 1984, and it's directed by Joseph Zito, and it is Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. It's killing my soul to put this at 2, but I had to. It's just how it is. I still regard this as a perfect slasher. I feel like it is. I mean, I've watched it countless times. I can't even tell you how many. And each time, it's just as fun as it was the previous viewing. I don't feel like it. I feel like it's. I don't know. I feel like the kills in the series, before and after, haven't really been matched to this one. There's a lot of kills in this that I absolutely adore. I love Crispin Glover's kill. Love that. I even love the twin being thrown out of the window, even as small as it may be. It's kind of like she's out and it's done. I like that kill. I can't remember the character's name. I wish I could, but the guy says you're a dead fuck in the computer. I like his kill, even though once again it's not that extravagant, but it's really cool.
Isn't that like on the projector screen? Is that the kill you're talking about?
So it's on the projector. Yeah. I like that one a lot. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons why I love it, and I can't pinpoint it down to one. I can say that it's you're a dead fuck, or the crazy dance, or the twins, or I mean, you got Kimberly Beck in the movie, who's a really, really good final girl. I was going to say something else, but I'm not going to say it. But she's a really, really good final girl in the movie. And I like her a lot in it. She gives Jason a run for his money. I mean, she gives Jason a run for his money in this movie. Literally, she kicks his fucking ass at the end. Jason doesn't know what to do. He doesn't. He like chasing her down, and she doesn't just lay down. And I like that. And a final girl, somebody who doesn't just absolutely lay down and give in to the killer, and somebody who actually puts up a fight. And you've also got, not only is there a final girl, but there's a final guy/kid with Corey Feldman playing Tommy Jarvis for the first time. As a kid, I resonated with him. He was odd. He liked to make masks. He was into horror films. And to me, that was kind of like, that was me. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't resonate with everybody when I was a kid. I wasn't the coolest kid in school. I liked shit that nobody else did. And I like that, but also it gives him a one-up on Jason because it lets him know how he can survive this incident. So he figures it out a lot quicker than most people would, and that's one reason why I like it so much as well. Also, you take a step away from Camp Crystal Lake. It's not at the camp. You go into the home of this group of kids trying to have a carefree summer, and you also go into the home of an innocent family who have no idea what the fuck is going on. I mean, you see this on the screen that Jason Voorhees has escaped, and he was thought to be dead, but after that, his body was gone, so they thought somebody basically, I guess, grave robbed his body, took his body. But I mean, you have a lot of great things within this one. You have the awesomeness of Ted White as a Jason. Ted White was amazing as Jason. He just was. Mm-hmm. Not only was he amazing on screen, but behind the scenes, when he helped that one chick who was in the water, he fucking told that director. Well, I mean, he told Joseph Zito, dude, she's been in the water too fucking long. Which I would have done the same thing. That was cool. Mm-hmm. But she was freezing to death, bro. She really was. So that was cool. So Ted White is one of my favorite Jasons, and it's a way that you sculpt a slasher, and honestly, it really is. If I'm going to write a slasher flick, I'm going to base it off of films like Friday the 13th Part 4, The Final Chapter. Some days it could go up to my number one. It really could, and I struggled, man. I was like, dude, I gotta, but I couldn't do it. I had to put it at number two. It was once my number one. It is I would say, in terms of a slasher, it's the best out of the franchise when it comes to, if you're strictly basing it off of slasher. But it just can't be my number one because it's not as warm to my heart as this next one. But Friday 13th Part 4, The Final Chapter, if you haven't seen it, definitely watch it. Definitely. So I guess we have made it down to the number one.
We have. The storm did not kill you. Congratulations.
I'm here.
Well, I think this is a good time to end the stream, don't you guys?
Oh, yeah. Perfect time.
Yes. You do it. All of you do it. All right. So, I guess, if you've been here from the start, which I know a few of you have, you will know what is coming up next for me. So, my number one is Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. All right, bye, guys. That joke's old. But this is, for me, the Friday the 13th movie that I have the most fun with. I just kind of like with The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, actually. I put this movie on when I was just in a bad mood, and it completely turned my night around. And it's so fun. The kills in it are just fun. If I had to say one thing about this film, it's fun. And that is what I love about slasher films. I love when they're intense, don't get me wrong. But when you can have just a good time with the movie and just fully escape, and you watch these characters try to survive this unreal, wacky, kind of their own fault, Tommy, you did a big boo-boo turn of events. It's great to see. I love to see Tommy once again, different actor, and I honestly don't know which adult Tommy I like better, but it's not something that really bothers me, because I think each Tommy we get, be it in the final chapter, in Jason Lives, or in A New Beginning, that actor is the perfect Tommy for that movie, because all of them have a sort of different, unique feel to them, at least in my opinion. And I just love this movie. It is one that I actually really want to pop in and watch tonight. I might actually do that. And I don't have anything written down for any of these films. I was hardly prepared with the list that was even wrong a little bit earlier. So I will kind of talk about it.
All right, show off. That's right.
Okay.
Just kidding.
That was out
I'm
of the
sorry,
blue.
dude. Go ahead.
No, what did I say?
What did I do wrong, Daddy?
Nothing you just said. Nothing you did. You did. I'm just kidding. You said I didn't hardly have anything written down. I was just like, all right, show off. Just joking around. Just fucking with you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the. But yeah, I'll end it there.
Welcome.
Now I'm offended, but yeah, this to me is not the best slasher in the series, but it is the most fun, and that's what I love about it, and that's what puts it at my number one spot, is just how much of a blast I have with this film. So yeah, that's my list all wrapped up. Chris, you may take the floor, Boar.
All right. Try not to repeat everything that you said, but obviously my number one is going to be Friday 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives as well. Which is kind of crazy, because me and you really didn't, me and you really didn't share too much information on what our list was. Nobody did, really. We kind of tried to keep it as, vague as possible when we talked about it before.
I really enjoyed that too. I like the surprise of the placements.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, man, everything you said, dude. This film is so fun, dude. Love the soundtrack. The kills are pretty cool. And it does blend the comedy and horror perfectly, in my opinion, because
it does.
It doesn't make Jason a joke, but it's just like some circumstances. Just something so happens to be funny. You know what I mean? It's not Jason doing something funny. It's a lot of the characters. The paintball scene with that one guy who's absolute dork. I love that. The triple head decapitation scene. It's goofy, but I love it, man. He just drops down and
it's also impressive as frig, though. Like his
good arm
is
strength,
great.
Yeah. And like the beginning of the movie, little James Bond parody. I love the James Bond movies. where it zooms into the eye and he does a machete slice. I love that stuff, man. It's very self-aware, and that was '86. I thought that was awesome. I thought Tom McLaughlin does a very good job with the directing. I love how it's kind of a callback to like those classic monster films, like back in the day, where he gets resurrected by lightning. I enjoy it. I think it's something simple but effective, and man, just a blast all the way through that movie. C.J. Graham is Jason. I really like him. I think he was like a former Marine or something. So he was definitely qualified for the job. I like the way Jason looks. I always like the yellow gloves. The kids in the camp, like Jordan mentioned, that was awesome to see that, because that's very rare in a Friday movie. If not, that was probably the first time that they really did that.
Yeah.
I love Tom Matthews as Tommy here. And I agree with you. I think every Tommy for each movie was the perfect, casting. I think it's kind of like a natural progression. I really like 4, 5, and 6. Like the story that they tell all together. The final scene's awesome. You got, like the Ring of Fire in the lake. Thought that was really cool. The sheriff.
That was cool.
Man, I felt bad whenever he bit the dust, man. Because I actually liked him. He started off as a hard ass, but he meant good. Yeah, that one guy, wherever the red dot goes, you bang. So quotable, man. And I like the final girl. You got Tommy.
I like that a lot too.
I think her name's Megan, right? I think. Hopefully that's her name. She's really good. I like her. She's very feisty. Like no shit kind of attitude. You know what I mean? So I just overall love this movie, man. It's just a blast. One I could throw on anytime. Just have a great time with it. So.
It's definitely a mood changer for sure.
That's my number one.
There was only one thing that would have made it better, though. Jared Padalecki being in the film would have. I mean, it's already my number one, but having Jared in there would have been
if you
great.
Don't get me started, dude.
Jason Lives would still be a good movie. That's all I'm saying.
God. Hey, Ashley. Come here.
Oh, yes, please. Come here.
Say hi to Dad. Dad's watching.
Oh, wow.
I thought.
He can't comment because he don't know how, but he's watching. All right, so we're down to my number one. And,
yes.
Okay. My number one is Friday the 13th, Part 2 from 1981. Director Steve Miner, which Steve Miner did. What do you do? 2 and 3. Yep. We come down to my favorite Friday the 13th film of all time. And this movie, to me, feels more Friday the 13th to the original, as off-ball as that sound. Like, it doesn't sound like that should make sense, but it does. It's really off-ball that the second film feels more like the first should have felt. From the beginning, we get Alice's uneventful death. When I was a kid, I remember seeing that movie, and I wasn't expecting that death for Alice. And we get it, and we get, like, Pamela's head in the fridge, and... Oh, shit, that was wild. I heard, like, a loud noise. But anyway, we get, like, Pamela's head in the fridge. We get all that stuff, and it was really cool. I was like, fuck, man. When I was a kid, I watched it, and what we would do when I was a kid is we would pull an air mattress out, or it wasn't even an air mattress. We would pull, like, legitimately the king-size bed off Mom and Dad's bed into the living room, and we would watch, we would do that. We would watch Friday the 13th movies. We would watch Halloween movies on, like, AMC Fear Fest. And so I remember watching that, and I've seen Friday the 13th Part 2, and I've seen that opening, and I was just like, man, they can't go anywhere from here. What are they going to do? Alice is dead. But little did I know they had much more in store. You return to the brutal camp, Crystal Lake, obviously, and Camp Blood. Yep. You start to, I seen some of the things in the second film that I wanted to see in the original. This is a camp I would like. Damn, I just got. Hey, Abby, come here real quick. Come here. It's a live stream, baby. All right. Abby's being weird. She won't come. Anyway, all right. So I got bugs flying around here again.
That's probably why she doesn't want to come over there. She doesn't want to be abducted by your moths.
I'm going with you. You said to go with me. There she is. Why?
See, look, look.
Look, say hi, Papa. Papa's watching. Yep. Okay, stand up. Come on.
Anyway, dude, these bugs are getting really, really bad. All right. Okay, so this is the can. Dude, whatever that is like ear fucking the shit out of me. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. But every time that happens, dude, I'm getting destroyed, bro. Like every time I try to go into like the next thing, that happens, and I'm getting, like absolutely like obliterated. Okay. Hey, Hope's okay. They're gone. Well, sorry, Hope. Abby left. So, all right. Let me get back on track here. Jeremy just completely molested my ears without permission. This is a camp I would have loved to have been at. Aside from getting murdered, obviously. The kids were cool. I could see myself drinking a beer with these kids, smoking a joint, not having premarital sex. That wouldn't have happened. I would have went straight to bed. I can't say that about most of the other characters in the series. Because some of the characters in the series are dull and ditzy. They were just unaware, man. They didn't know what was coming their way. And I mean, I guess you could say that about some of the other ones as well. But I mean, you really felt for a lot of these kids when they died. Like the kid in the wheelchair you already mentioned, dude, was absolutely fucking insane. I didn't see that coming. Like the poor dude in the wheelchair that's not like high, drunk, nothing. Like just fucking kill this kid off was wild, just out of left field. That brings me to my favorite final girl, Amy Steele as Jenny. Her cat and mouse game between Jason is legendary to me. It's long lasting and still nail biting to this day. And a lot of the times in horror flicks, you get down to the last like cat and mouse chase, that final girl chase, and it gets kind of dull. But this one, man, it amps it up. And the moment when she pisses herself under the bed, that's fucking that's really suspenseful, dude. Because you can imagine being that scared and like legitimately pissing your pants. But there's also like I think is there like a rat or something down there? Is it a snake or is it a rat?
Something.
It's one of those. It's one of the and like she starts pissing herself. So she's got so much confusion, fear. Mm-hmm. It's all like coming into play. So I love that. I also love the clumsiness of Jason. I really do. He still really hadn't gotten his shit together in this. You can tell he's still kind of youngish, whatever you want to say. Like, he had seen what happened to his mom, and somehow he had grown up to be this fucking 7-foot tall dude, or however tall he was. He wasn't 7 foot tall, but, you know, he grew up to be this guy in this short time span, whatever. I'll buy into it.
Spinach.
I'll buy into it, whatever. But he still hadn't gotten his shit together. It shows between each moment, him and Jenny, they get like close. It's really close that who gets the leg up on who. Is she going to attack him? Is she going to get the leg up on him? Is he going to get the leg up on her? And finally, we know how it ends. Steve Dash is Jason. Fuck Warrington Gillette. Sorry. I'm glad that you broke through the glass and showed your face for one scene. But don't just claim to be the Jason when Steve Dash was Jason. Just saying. He was, rest in peace, Steve Dash. He's dead now. He can't defend himself. He did at conventions, and Warrington Gillette, like, legitimately dashed, no pun intended, away from his fucking table because he was afraid he was going to beat him to death. But anyway, Steve Dash to Jason, he, like, some could look at him as just another stunt man. That would be my first thought. But, I mean, he really captures what I would imagine this boy turned into man living in the woods all this time by himself would think and act as he tried to avenge his mommy. I also adore the potato sack look. I do. I mean, I prefer that over a lot of the hockey mask looks of the franchise. I think it's eerie. It's creepy as fuck to see like a silhouette of him and you see that one little eye peeking out. Mm-hmm. This holds a special place in my heart. And when I think of Friday the 13th films, this is always the one that pops into my mind first above all others. So that's why it had to be at like number 1. Today, Friday the 13th Part 2 is my favorite Friday the 13th film of all time. But that could change. It goes back and forth between this and Part 4. I I don't know. I just adore this movie. I always have, and it's more Friday the 13th than Friday the 13th to me. So that has that has been the ranking. I'm gonna talk for just a few more minutes before we close out, and then we'll close out because I know we need to do that. We had like 10 minutes where my whole thing shut down, so we couldn't really talk. I don't know, man. I'm glad that you guys joined me on this ranking, and I'm
Yeah,
glad that
happy to
we
be here.
had like I'm glad that we had like different opinions for it too, which is cool. Like we're not all on the same kind of boat. Like if we had every single if every single opinion was the same, it would be dull and boring. So there's no real, there's no real fun in that for a live stream. I'm thankful to the people who joined in. We've had 2 constant viewers, like I said, which is cool. My dad's in here still. Love you, Dad. Hope's in here still. Love you, Hope. And I don't know. I mean, let's to close this out. Let's talk about our favorite Friday the 13th memory. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. If you guys are down with that.
Sure.
All right. Cool. Cheers.
I don't have anything to drink, sadly.
Me neither. This is an empty cup.
Well, in that case,
Moths.
okay. I kind of already talked a lot about my fond memories. Does somebody want to go first? That way I can kind of see if there's any that I forgot.
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Don't have too many. Obviously, watching them growing up, watching them with my brother, and like his friend that came over, just going kind of like binge watching. Like I think 2, 3, and 4. I think is what we watched. That was always fun. Going to Walmart, seeing the old DVDs, and always picking those up around Halloween time.
Yeah, like these old behemoths.
Yeah, those right there, man. Always would be like, oh, I don't know which one to get. I guess just going up there and watching with you as well, Jeremy. Just stuff like that, fun. So, and then also, I really enjoyed playing the Friday 13th video game, man. We killed Jason like a million times.
Yeah, we did. Very fun.
We had it down to a science, especially packing that small.
Packing that small. That is
all the ones I have with me right now.
Right. So that's probably my favorite memories, Friday 13th. Not too many come to mind, but those are the ones that I'm thinking of at the moment.
Well, since I already kind of said it anyway, but since my dad's here, like one of my favorite memories is like watching Friday 13th. Like we'd pull the bed in there and we would lay on it and we'd pop popcorn and we'd watch mainly like they would play on AMC. I remember 1 specifically, 2, and then I remember 3 and 4. I think that was all that I seen on AMC at the time. But this is back in the day. Back in the day. It might have been AMC. We had like Suddenlink, and we would watch it on that. But this is before fucking Wi-Fi. This is when you had dial-up and shit, so you couldn't pop anything up on. There was no streaming service. There was no Netflix. There was nothing like that. But I just remember like having so much fun with these movies, and I didn't know what order they went in. Oh, my voice went out. Jesus Christ. I didn't know what order they went in. I didn't really care. It was just fun for me to watch them with my dad and my mom. And that's a lot of where my love for horror comes from. And then you have these nights like this. There's been raining, there's been thundering, there's been lightning. But that aside, like I love like spooky nights like this, like Friday the 13th, Halloween. You've got these nights where it's the perfect setting, the perfect time, the perfect place to watch a horror film, and it just makes you want to. It gets you in the mood, I guess, is what I want to say. And I'm gonna do a, So we're gonna re-rank these real quick. Okay. We're just gonna go over everything we just did. Let me.
I do have a story before we get into that.
Hell yeah, dude! Go ahead. We're here. Yeah, sure. We'll hit an even. Here's what we'll do. We got 11 minutes left. We'll hit an even 3 hours and we'll call it. Okay.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
All right. Okay, so the story isn't as long, and it kind of ties into the one that Chris told. Another fond memory for me is the Walmart DVDs as well. They were all lined up side by side, chronological order. And I remember for pretty much all that October, right? Every time that we would go out, Mom and Dad would buy me like one more of the DVDs, or one or two more of the DVDs.
Was it like
And-
the Divimax DVDs, like those ones with like the slip cases and shit?
Is like these exactly like these.
Oh, okay. Those are the old Paramount DVDs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
old Paramount
Mhm.
ones. Yeah, so I remember picking these up, and I'd be so excited the entire ride home to give you a call, Chris, and like tell you the ones that I got, and also watching them with you. I think I may have been there one time, like watching some with Dakota. I remember watching some of the Star Wars movies with you and Dakota more than that. But yeah, just I don't know, it's just a really fun part of my childhood, and it was just so fun, even at that young age, to get so excited over horror and a franchise in general, just like a genre in general, that means more to me than I thought it would, later on in life. So it's just really, really cool and interesting to see the way that things shape us and mold us differently, but also similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
See, I'll put you guys
One thing to add to that, Jeremy, do you remember whenever we was watching, it was either 3 or 4, and my brother paused it and was like, "There's side boob! Side boob!" I don't know if you remember that.
yeah.
That's one thing I thought of. It's so funny.
I've got another memory. Go ahead, Jeremy. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I remember that, and also the time that Dakota flashed us.
I don't remember that. I eliminated that from my memory.
I couldn't, bro. It was hilarious because we were watching something. I don't know what it was. It was probably horror related, but we was watching something or playing a video game, and Dakota walked in, and he started just talking to us for a minute. He's like, "Oh, bub, guys, get out of the floor. There's a huge spider on the wall." And we look over, and we're like, "We don't see anything." We turn around. He's pants down, like full moon, just shining in. I don't know why, but that stuck with me.
You still remember that, eh?
I do. It was so funny. Even then, I was like, dude, that is really funny. That, like, I was just like, man, this is what having an older brother is like. That's so funny.
That sounds like it. That sounds like something you do.
I also remember the other one. Not anything like him flashing us, but like the threesome thing that he got from.
I remember that too.
That was hilarious.
I remember. I remember a time when this was a couple years ago. This involves the Friday 13th films, which is why I'm bringing it up. Me and my dad, I went to my dad's house, and he was living somewhere else at the time, and there was a Friday the 13th marathon going on, and legitimately what we had talked about doing was just hanging out, listening to music, and drinking beer. That was just the idea of what we were going to do, talk about what was going on in my life, his life. And it kind of led to just watching Friday the 13th movies. And I mean, we drank still, obviously, but we watched. Dude, I remember Part 5 playing specifically, and that's where my refound love of Part 5 happened. It's because I watched it and I was like, man, that's fucking good. Like, not what I remembered it to be. And we watched, I think, like 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7. Like, we watched 5 movies, dude, and we got drunk as fuck, and it was awesome. Like, it was like, it was a great time. It was fun. We got drunk, but it was really fun, and we had some really good conversations. And it's awesome that he's in here for this because, I mean, it just kind of full circle with the Friday the 13th thing. It was around Friday the 13th. It was a marathon. So it was cool, and that's one of the memories, along with the bed memories, like I said, with watching those, and it was a little less drunkenness happening then, but still fun memories nonetheless. And I don't know, man. Friday 13th, just a fun time, and it's probably. I mean, you got like your favorite holidays. Mine is Halloween, if you consider it a holiday. I love Christmas, but I also love Friday 13th because it gives you a reason just to watch these movies, just again, like, or some of them at least. Um, and yeah, I guess Halloween, next Halloween or this coming Halloween, we'll have like a Halloween series ranking, which should be fun. There, I'm gonna try to make that one like no fuck ups. I'm just gonna do it outside, regardless of the weather, because obviously I can't do it upstairs because my Wi-Fi sucks ass. And if I have to wear a hoodie and mittens, and I mean I'll do it. I'll sit outside and do it. I survived a fucking thunderstorm with lightning striking up my ass crack tonight, so um, I'll do it, man. I'll do it. I promise. I promise you that much. It'll be done. But also, I want to do more streams like talking about not only movies, but just like if we're going like, and there's a weird sound happening in my head. It sounds like a bee buzzing.
Yeah, buzzing.
That's Jeremy, dude. Why would you do this to us?
I don't know what was going on.
It sounded like a bee buzzing in my headset. Dude.
Does it do it when I mute?
Not now.
Well, okay.
But anyway, I think during October it'll be fun to talk about our favorite like Halloween memories.
Yeah, that'd be
stuff like that.
Fun.
Be a good little.
I know one for sure. A few for sure.
I know a couple. Yep.
Did you guys want to tell our ranking one more time before it's over?
Yes. Yes.
All right. You go first, Jeremy.
Yeah, sure. So just kind of like run through it quick. Like
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, number 11 was Jason X. Number 10 was Jason Takes Manhattan. Number 9 was Jason Goes to Hell. But Manhattan and Hell, they kind of just bleed into the same category for me. Number 8 was the 2009 remake. Let's see. Part 6 for me. Part 7 was A New Beginning. So that was number 7. Number 6 is. I'm so sorry. This list screwed me over again. The New Blood, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Part 5 was number 3. Part 4 was number 1. Part 3 was the final chapter. My number 2 was part 2. And my number 1 favorite, Friday the 13th, was part 6, Jason Lives. If you list, may you go to the trash can.
So it's 11 movies, right?
Yes.
11 movies.
Okay.
No, it was 13.
11 Lords of Leaping 9.
11 was Jason X. 10, Jason Goes to Hell. 9, Jason Takes Manhattan. 8 was the remake from 2009. 7 was the original Friday the 13th, which I really debated. 6 was New Blood. 5 was part 5. 4 was part 3. 3 was part 4. And number 2 was number 2. And my number 1 was Friday the 13th, part 6, Jason Lives.
Okay. We have a comment from Hope Golf. Says next year you will be living somewhere different. I hope. Yes, I hope so too.
Underneath the bridge.
I will be underneath the bridge. Yeah, that's what's gonna be, man. I'm gonna be Ralph. That's what's gonna happen. In the first 3 films. All right, God. We got. Oh shit! I gotta listen a minute. All right, my number 11, Jason X. Number 10, Friday 13th, the remake. Fuck you, Jared Padalecki. My number 9 is Jason Goes to Hell. My number 8 is Jason Takes Manhattan. My number 7 is Friday 13th Part 7, New Blood. My number 6, Friday 13th, the original, 1980 classic. My number 5 is Friday 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. Awesome, cocaine fueled. My number 4 is Friday 13th Part 3, 3D. My number 3 is Friday 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. My number 2 is Friday 13th Part 4, The Final Chapter. I love you. My number 1 is Friday 13th Part 2. And yeah, that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Hopefully everybody has had a happy... I'm going to go a minute over. I don't give a fuck. 301. I love you all. And I hope everyone has
I don't know
had...
what that sound was.
My mask fell.
I hope everyone has had...
I don't give a
I hope
F.
everyone
Boom.
has had a safe, a happy, a healthy Friday the 13th. That's my ranking. That's their ranking. Here's the right ranking. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just joking. Hopefully everybody has had a safe, a fun, a healthy, a happy Friday the 13th. You got Jeremy there with the hockey mask. We went 3 hours, so much longer than I expected. But yeah, I love you all. There's another hockey mask. I don't have one to show. I have like this. That's what you got. You know what I mean?
I'll do that.
You know what I'm saying? Dog. Okay.
I'll put this on my shirt, and this will be my new. Hey, my shirt.
All right, y'all want to watch like a Friday 13th movie?
Sure.
Nah, dog.
All right.
Yeah, which one?
Go. I gotta clear all this shit off real quick and like get everything like ridded of everything. It's got like bugs everywhere. I've got to move all these Blu-rays upstairs. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it now. But
All right, man.
thank you guys so much for watching. I'm the Jay Sloan.
for
Comment and subscribe. Comment to JB's Movie Den and Chris Brock's channel. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Comment and subscribe. And as always, guys, keep it horror. Peace.